Welcome, everyone, to the Islanders Never Say Die podcast. I'm your host, DJ, and with me here, as always, is the grumpy old man. They say there's no shame to his game because he's always the same.
Really? How'd you fuck up the intro? How'd you do it? How did you do it? How did you do it?
He's our NHL analyst and expert, the grumpy old man.
Loser.
What can I say? I get the days mixed up every once in a while. But yes, grumpy old man is our NHL analyst and expert. And you're here with the Islanders Never Say Die podcast. How are you doing this fine Wednesday, grumpy old man?
Good. Feeling pretty good, Really warm out where I am. Temperature in the mid 80s today. A little warmer than pretty warm.
That's right. Today, we're going live during the Islanders Game 2 matchup against the Carolina Hurricanes. Big game for the Islanders. We've talked about how the Islanders need to win one game on the road in order to go ahead and win this series. It's an important game to win. I think, last game was how would you describe last game? General, let's do some housekeeping items before we immediately jump into it. I was doing a poor job as the host, but for those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. This is a twice a week All Islanders podcast that takes place every single Wednesday and every single Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you're new to the channel, we encourage you to subscribe on YouTube, to like on Facebook, and to follow on Twitter. It's the best way to make sure you don't miss out on any of the updates. We also have a secondary podcast channel called TJ and Grumpy Old Man. It's a twice a week all sports podcast that takes place every single Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that's tomorrow at 9 p.m. as well as on Sundays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We talk anything and everything sports on that show. We talk NFL, NHL, NBA, college athletics, MLB action, world football. We talk anything and everything sports on that show called TJ and the Grumpy Old Man. I'm joined by the Grumpy Old Man and the magnificent Son X.
X. And we're going to be doing a live stream of the NFL draft next week.
Next Thursday. That's Thursday. Right.
And that's always a lot of fun. It's always a lot of the first year it really sucked because TJ was an embarrassment as usual. And there's just one comment that I have to read right here from Tony Cheese. It says, understatement of the year, I was doing a poor job as host.
Hold on a second. Oh, look at this. Hold on, I'll pull that up to give it. There it is. It deserves that early credit there, an early post credit. The understatement of the year, I was doing a poor job as host. I guess we could just apply that for every single podcast that we've got. But nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, Islanders, big game 2 against the Carolina Hurricanes. Grumpy, what did you take away from game 1, Islanders against the Hurricanes?
I thought we played better than usual against Carolina. We're just not as good as them. You remember what I said before we went in the series? For the Islanders to win, Sorokin's going to have 2 shutouts and 2 games where he only gives up a goal. He gives up 2, they lose. Just can't score. I thought Matt Barzal looked rusty. I thought he was a little bit better towards the end of the game, but as I mentioned, it's going to take a while for him to get back in the groove. I mean, 2 months to the day almost from the last time that he played a game. I think it was different. It was nice to see Bates Battaglia doing the horn today. There's an old throwback name.
It is. And we've got puck drop here in Raleigh, North Carolina. Islanders game 2 against the Carolina Hurricanes. I thought that game 1 too. I thought Sorokin had a fantastic game. And really, if it wasn't for Ronta's Ronta had a few really big saves. And of course, the routine save. I mean, you could probably shoot up about 90% of our listeners out there, and they would have made that routine save on that flub shot against Ryan Pulock, but it found a way in the back of the net. He made some great saves that game and let a real weakie in.
I mean, a whole lot of saves, and he scored a goal too. So that's a big game for a goalie.
Yes, and now now Ronta's out sickness, I believe. He's out with illness and sickness today, so he's not playing in net for the Carolina Hurricanes.
Oh, okay, didn't realize that.
Yeah, I think it's Freddie Anderson tonight.
Okay, this game started off like the last one so far, where all the action is in the Islanders' end.
It's early. I mean, shit, Grumpy. It's not even a minute in So no reason. I'm sorry, Ronta's in net tonight. I thought I read where Ronta wasn't playing, but maybe again, me dropping the ball as host. But important game. Let's talk a little bit about, though, as we're watching this first period. Let's talk a little about last game, Grumpy. You said you thought Carolina outplayed us a bit. How, we talked about special teams were a pivotal, and I mean pivotal spot for us to win. And we go 0 for 4 or 0 for 5 on the power play.
I think it was 0 for, I don't know what it was, 0 for 4, whatever it was. It wasn't good enough. We haven't scored on Carolina all year on the power play. They get a couple of chances early, scoring both of their power play chances, and that's a difference. I think their defense is just outstanding getting the puck in and out of the zone, though. That's my biggest takeaway is, again, the aggression on the forecheck and just how good their defense is.
The Islanders and the Hurricanes have had 5 postseason games in playoffs in the playoffs so far. Well, I guess this, Grumpy. Islanders have lost all 5 games they've played against the Carolinas and against the Hurricanes. I'm sorry, in postseason.
Yeah, I don't care about the previous series. I mean, I think today is a must-win game for the Islanders, though. I don't think they go down 2-0 because I don't think they're good enough to beat the Hurricanes 4 out of 5 games. I just don't see it.
I agree with that. I do. I agree with that, Grumpy. When we look,
oh my gosh, they're just
Grumpy,
so fast.
Yeah, they are so fast. But let's talk a little bit about what's happened here in the games before, right, Grumpy? And we'll talk.
We can do that. We can do that anytime. I mean, we're doing live stream.
Oh, we can do that anytime. Gotcha. We could talk about the team anytime. Well, we're talking about it now, Grumpy. Right? Is it anybody who watched game 1 saw that Carolina was a much faster team? They also saw Brett Burns had a fantastic game, I think, for Carolina in game 1. I thought Pelech didn't have a great game for the Islanders. I thought that was probably one of the worst games I've seen him play in quite some time, Adam Pelech.
I agree. I thought he was poor. I thought Pulock played okay, but both of them being on those 2 power plays, they were running around like chickens with their heads cut off.
Penalty kills.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're paying attention.
And they wound up hurting themselves. I don't know. I've said it 100 times. Islanders don't match up with the Hurricanes. They don't. Sorokin has to be just ungodly in how well he plays, and they got to hope to get a couple of breaks offensively because the Islanders don't get many opportunities against Carolina to score.
We had, I think, 4 or 5 power plays in game 1. We didn't look dangerous at all on any of them, right? And that was one of the keys to the series with Matt Barzal being back healthy. How much does that change our power play outlook? And the answer was in game 1, not much.
They talked with Dominic Moore before the game, and they were talking about the Islanders penalty, and they said the same things we've been saying for years. They're too stationary.
No. And you just said the Islanders penalty. You mean the Islanders power play, right, Grumpy?
Power play. Sorry.
Now focus. I mean, come on.
Yeah. He mentioned how the problem with the power play is that they're too stationary, which we've mentioned 100 times. He says Anders Lee, for as good as he in front of that, needs to get out from just standing in front of the net. They showed a sequence where both he and Horvat were standing in front of the net. And in essence, it's like 3-on-4. I mean,
and we wonder why we score goals where it's like everybody clumps up in front of the net and there's chaos is because we dedicate 2 players to standing in front of the net. It's wow. I mean, this is an opportunity there by Casey Cizikas, but
a nice pass from Matt Barzal.
Yeah, Ranta keeps that nothing
right up the middle.
Yeah,
Ranta keeps it. Ooh, on Cizikas.
Yes.
I mean, questionable. That could have been a penalty call there a little bit, maybe not.
I think that's a penalty. In my opinion, the Islander fans and Carolina fans alike, both fan groups were both complaining about the officiating last game, which means, guess what? It's just going to be a heated series. And when both fans are complaining about the officials, do not expect good officiating.
That's right. It means they probably did a good job. I don't know. For me, the Islanders need to be better in their penalty kill. Like I say, Sorokin was outstanding. It's just the team speed. I just don't understand. I just don't understand how Lou Lamoriello can't see this product on the ice and just say, you know what, we need to transition.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
it
Well,
drives me crazy.
I don't know why.
It looks like Carolina just wants it more right now.
I think Carolina is just a better skating team. They're a team, right, that they're putting forward a playoff effort, and it's a team where guess what? They're better skaters. They're quicker than us, and the team usually they're more skilled too, right? We've got, I think, a better goalie. I don't think there's any dispute over that. And what is that, Grumpy?
1-0 Carolina.
Yeah. I mean, the Islanders get hemmed up in their own zone. They don't get a change, and that's honestly probably one that Sorokin wants back. But as he's sliding across ice, he gets crossbody that looks like a crossbody shot, and he gets it past Sorokin there. And the Carolina Hurricanes go up early in the first 5-6 minutes, 1-0 Carolina.
It's Pulak is out there with Bolduc, and yeah, that's probably one that Sorokin. Well, let's see. Is this a deflection by? I don't know if it was deflected by Stastny or not.
It maybe is, because I was about to say that has to be going wide.
So I don't know who that. Oh no, they gave it to Slavin. They gave it to Slavin.
I just don't think Sorokin was expecting a shot. I mean, Slavin is hugging the boards where that shot gets released. I mean, he's going crossbody, and Slavin just happens to sneak it right past low blocker side on Sorokin. Now, here's the thing. Sorokin was spectacular, and I mean spectacular in game one. And, in order for us to win games, we've talked about it, he has got to be spectacular across the way. One thing that Stastny gets credit on a goal tip in. So the goal was tipped in. So Stastny got credit for that. I was like, if that was scored from that angle, I would have been shocked. But yeah, Stastny got credit for the tip in. That being said, I was shocked with how physical Carolina was in the first game, Grump.
I didn't think the game was really super physical.
I was not expecting that level of physicality out of them. Again.
You would expect the Islanders to be more physical.
The Islanders usually are more physical than the opponent they face, and Carolina was matching the physicality level. That's what I'm saying. It wasn't like, oh wow, we were bullying Carolina or anything like that. And most are familiar as well with the stat. When Carolina scores first in the regular season, they're 45-4. And they include their one postseason.
There's got to be something. I mean,
wouldn't it just be nice if we could talk and actually engage in a conversation? That'd be good.
Yeah, it is great, but we're doing a watch along. It's a watch along.
It's a live stream.
Yeah, it's a watch. We're watching the game and describing the game.
You cannot multitask. We've gone over this. It's like every time we do this.
If I see something happening on the ice, I'm going to talk about it.
If you could just listen to what I say, that'd be nice. I mean, it's early yet, Grumpy. You always start off so unbelievable.
So, in other words, when you got a couple of prime scoring chances, we should just ignore that because we want to talk about the last game, which is already over.
We're talking about both. We can multitask, can't we?
Well, when something happens on screen, you should highlight that. In my opinion, you should.
Jesus Christ. Here you go, Grump. You just take things. It's just the same shit.
Well, it's an intermission. It's intermission. So
fuck. Oh, now I can get your attention. Thanks so much. Thank you, Grumpy. Again, as I've mentioned before, I was shocked. And again, like I kind of lost my train of thought. I was shocked that they played as physical as they were. The Islanders, I don't think, out-physicaled them.
They couldn't catch them. They're not as good as Carolina. Carolina's better than the Islanders. Imagine how bad this series would be if Svechnikov and Pacioretty were playing. They're missing Carolina's missing two of their top four scoring threats, and they're winning games. I mean, I'm not going to say with these because it was 2-1. I mean, a lucky bounce here or there, and the Islanders could win a game, but they're not as good as Carolina. The Carolina's playing style is death for the Islanders. That's why it's like, who did it matter? We make the playoffs. Whoop-de-doo. I mean, and I'm not saying the series is over. I do feel we need to win today.
I feel like today is a game that you got to win too.
I don't think you can go 2-0 down and expect to beat Carolina 4 out of 5 when they would have beaten you, 14 out of 16 games. I just don't think that's realistic.
Something also that has just been updated, and we kind of know what's going on with this situation, but Romanov has been listed as an arm. It's an upper body injury. It's an arm. It's not a concussion like those who came out and said it was concussion. We had no idea at that time period. It's arm. He's not coming back this series. So I'm letting you know that. With an arm injury, he's not coming back.
Well, we know what the injury is. So just because of, we're not going to say what it is, just because, we're sworn to,
Okay,
give us information.
Okay,
People give us information, and we're not going to throw anything out there. Long story
all
short,
that can be said is you got an arm injury, right? And if you're not playing with an arm injury in game 2 and you've had this arm injury for a while, he's missed the last bit of the season. He's out with an arm injury still, a week and a half. There's probably some severity to it. That's all we're going to say. He's got an injury. He's going to miss some time. It's as simple as that. He's got an arm injury. It's not a concussion. If it was a concussion, I think he would be able to bounce back. Arm injury, probably not.
I've seen guys play with arm injuries. I don't know if he's able to. I remember
They usually
Lawrence
play at a very diminished level, though, right?
I remember Lawrence Taylor having the game of his life against New Orleans with a dislocated shoulder, and they had to strap him up in a harness and retighten it up the whole game. And I mean, he played great. So this is a little bit differently when you got to shoot the puck and everything else. And we don't know the severity, but the fact that he's still out is an issue. It makes the difference in the defense scores even more pronounced, in my opinion.
I don't think that Bolduc had a poor game per se. I think that he didn't, have a few turnovers, but the entire defense didn't look great. I thought Dobson looked good. God almighty. If Adam Pelech played like Noah Dobson did, I mean, man, oh man. If because I thought Pelech had a one of the worst games I'd seen from him this year. But if that was Dobson, right, all the people would be all over him.
There was a shot where Nietzsche came on a break where Pelech is kind of like in no man's land. And if it wasn't for Dobson coming back, he walks in on Sorokin. I'm not saying he scores or doesn't score, but he is able to just walk in on him where he had to take a shot from just about the face-off dot because Dobson was covering for his slow defense partner at that point in time. And you're seeing right now, Dobson is playing with Pelech.
As it should have been. Thank God. Well, you're just having to mix things up because, right, we've seen early on, Bolduc has been paired up with Pulock.
Right. I mean.
And that means you've got Sebastian Aho with Mayfield.
All year, we've been saying that Pulock, that Pelech should be playing with Dobson all year long. And now you wait to do it. I mean, you put your best offensive talent with your best defensive talent, and then you piece the other stuff around and you give them buku minutes. And it's nice to see it happening here, but it's a little bit late, in my opinion.
Well, the weird thing was in warm-ups, right? We talk about in warm-ups, and I'm not sure if this is an adjustment that was made because of the goal against, but in warm-ups, you had Dobson pulled up with Bolduc, and you had Pelech still paired with Pulock. And I wonder if what we're going to see is just maybe they're going to limit Bolduc's numbers, and if they're going to be double shifting essentially Pelech.
I don't think you can double shift a defenseman this early in the series.
I will tell you one thing. It does not bode well long-term if you're double shifting Pelech. And now Pelech, I think he can do it, right? He's in the prime of his career.
Anyone who wants to complain about penalty, anytime the Islanders have any zone time, they're grabbing Carolina's stick every single time.
Well, here's the thing. You're not going to ever catch us complaining about penalty calls.
Yeah, I don't want anyone to complain about it because, like I said, I thought it was 50-50.
I did think when Cizikas was entering the zone on that break, I thought that could have been borderline call.
Interference, maybe.
Yeah, I was about to say, we are not winning or losing series because of penalties or power plays. The simple thing is Carolina scored 2 goals on their power plays. The Islanders did not this last game. We had chances and opportunity, but we just did not look good on the power play.
No. Like we haven't for years and years now.
Oh, Aho is a little banged up, man. He's leaving the ice. He's banged up. I'm not sure if he was hit up high, but he is banged up.
Looks like he took something to the face.
He is. Is he bleeding or? Oh man, maybe he lost a few chiclets, spitting chiclets over here.
He's definitely bleeding. That's what's up.
You can hear the boos by the Carolina fans. I'll tell you that.
I guess no call. Okay. That's fine. Like I said, as long as the officials are consistent throughout the game, I have no complaints.
Oh, my God. No, Cizikas just got a 4-minute high sticking penalty against Aho. Holy shit.
Oh, well, he did hit him in the face, I guess, if you look at it.
It's not a good – I haven't seen the replay yet. I just see, again, what's coming through.
I saw it.
Oh, he hits him in the face with a stick. And I like how Clutterbuck comes in there, hits him. I thought it was the hit by Clutterbuck that kind of messed up his face a little bit, but it's been high sticking 4-minute. My God.
Now, honestly, would you trade 4 minutes? And Aho is going to be playing, of course, but would you take 4 minutes if Cizikas and Clutterbuck kind of take out Aho?
If they took out Aho, maybe. If they took him out from the the series, maybe. I don't know. You don't root for anybody's injuries. I will say this.
Did you
This is a hugely important penalty kill for the Islanders. I can't make that more abundantly clear. If the Islanders come out and kill this penalty, you could definitely see momentum shift in our favor. It is a huge 4-minute penalty.
Well, last game, what turned it, I mean, because I thought Carolina dominated the first 10 minutes or so. Then the Islanders got a penalty, got a power play. And it all of a sudden, it kind of turned the momentum a little bit for the Islanders. Before then, we were dominated. But I thought after that, it just kind of settled into that just neutral zone game, really not exciting to watch, particularly when we watch other games. It's like, really not exciting. But the Islanders, I think they have to get up on Carolina. It's tough. They're a tough team to beat when they score first. I think they're 45-4 when they score the first goal.
I mentioned that earlier. Yep, they're 45-4 in the regular season when they score the first goal. And now once you go ahead and add in the postseason game too, they're in a spot to where, hey, they're 41-5-4 when they score the first goal and across all competitions. So, where the Islanders are much better at playing with a lead than playing from behind. The style we play in this Barry Trotz style, always much, much, much better playing with the lead than trying to come back.
Yeah, 100% agree with you there. 100%.
Mm-hmm. So you have to come out. You've got to be able to kill this penalty. Got to be able to kill this penalty. And if you do, right, I think we're in a spot to where we could really build on some momentum.
Yeah. So far, they look pretty good actually, just the first two were good.
He lost a few teeth, apparently, Sebastian.
Yeah, that's all right. You got plenty left.
He earned that 4-minute. He earned that 4-minute penalty Cizikas did.
So how is he going to be reacting now? He's taking the face off, but it's like, is he going to be 100%? That mouth is going to be throbbing. Put a little Orajel on there like they do with the kids.
He still keeps feeling it. My God. Again, you have to be stick pretty hard in the face with a mouthpiece to lose a few teeth.
Yeah, 4-minute. Can't. Oh, and they kicked him out of the face off. He's like, hey, dude, I just lost teeth. Give me a little break here.
You're right. How does that affect Aho? Good point.
Yeah. I mean, he took a pretty big hit from Clutterbuck, too. Lost some teeth, little blood loss.
I know that people were talking about Brett Burns. I know we had thought Brett Burns is a real difference maker. He looked all of that in game 1, too.
Yeah, without a doubt. He was, I think he was their best player on Monday night.
Absolutely. In the regular season, that's right. They were 0-10 on the power plays. Phil's facts mentioned to us. Scored 2 power play goals in game 1. This definitely has the chance to be a huge momentum shift for the Islanders. If the Islanders can kill this penalty, right? Score a goal, nab game 2, win the one on the road they need, win the series against Carolina, win the series in 6. This is where it starts, right, Grumpy? If you give up a goal, obviously that you're talking about a different scenario, but a big penalty kill for the Islanders.
Yeah, I think you don't want to go down 2-0 in the first period, but they say like the worst lead is a 2-0 lead because you're not playing super tight. You maybe get a little bit overconfident, and teams come back from that. So, but we certainly don't want to see that. I think one thing, the difference between Carolina's power play and ours is the speed with which they move the puck, the movement of the players. When power plays get stagnant and people just standing around like that, it kind of negates the power play itself, doesn't it?
I think so. And the one thing I noticed too about Carolina's penalty kill that I think bothered the Islanders, Carolina's penalty kill pressed the issue. How often did you see them? They did not run like a conventional 4-4 box. They were continually pressing any single member of Carolina that had the puck. And I thought I was like, oh, wow, they're very aggressive penalty kill.
Oh,
So the Islanders did have that. I think the best opportunity the Islanders had on the penalty kill was in the first power play.
and here's your makeup call, because the officials wanted to make sure that they didn't get 4 minutes. They want this game competitive.
Was it a trip?
It was Pajot knowing, hey, I feel a little pressure on my upper thigh. I'm going down. So no.
Oh my God!
If you ask me if that's actually a penalty, the answer is no. But we'll take it. Negates the power play, so we'll play 4-on-4. I don't know if that's good or bad for us, honestly. But that was, to me, that's a weak call. That's a weak call.
Now I will say
there were
this year,
that when the Islanders had a couple of chances early, I thought there was much more clutching and grabbing
early
in towards the goal that I would much rather have seen the officials call as opposed to something like that, because then the players don't know is this a penalty? Is this a penalty? I don't think they know.
I tell you, the series is going to be crazy calls left and right because both teams are embellishing. Both Carolina and okay, I'm not saying Aho embellished, you lose a few teeth, right? But the Islanders and Carolina in game one definitely were embellishing calls, as all teams do at this time of the postseason. They all start to try to sell. That's why it's like, it's tough. It's tough on the my God, what an opportunity by Carolina. I mean, like you talk about in these transition chances, Carolina has got a lot of chances in tight on Sorokin.
Well, it's the open ice. When you're the team that can really skate well, open ice is the enemy of the slower team.
In extra space.
Yeah.
So, a 4-on-4 you mentioned, is a 4-on-4 really a benefit for the Islanders? I'm not too sure, because Carolina's had quite a few shots and they seem to be dominating this 4-on-4 action. A better skating team.
Yeah, Horvat needs to do a better job staying on side there.
Holy shit, you're right. My God. Gotta do a better job, Bo.
I mean, that had an opportunity. Job. Carolina turned it over in the Islanders' defensive zone, and Dobson makes a quick pass up to Barzal, and they're kind of off to the races. I know it's 2-on-2, but I'm going to take Horvat and Barzal in that situation, and Horvat just didn't. He needs to change his gait a little bit.
I don't know how you go off sides on a 2-on-1. I'll be honest with you. That's just that is not something you can do. I think Parises played well this series.
Yeah, I don't know. The ease with which Carolina gets the puck out of their own zone. My gosh, Pajot just got stripped.
They're great in transition. And now the problem here is when the Islanders are down a goal, they have to have more they have to have more men up the ice. They got to be a heavier forechecking team, which is not the Barry Trotz style. Now, when we look at time in the offensive zone, Carolina has over 4 minutes and 6 seconds of offensive zone time, when the Islanders have about 2 minutes, and we're about 15 minutes into the first period. So Carolina has twice the amount of offensive zone time than the Islanders do. My God, it looks like Aho has lost about 2 or 3 teeth.
I think that's going to minimize his effectiveness this game.
It might. I mean, shit, I don't know. I've never lost teeth like that due to a high stick or a puck to the face. Sometimes players come out and they play motivated, unbelievable, like they're playing with it in a different gear, and some guys, they don't. Well, so who knows?
Here's the thing. Regardless, it's going to ache.
Sure.
You're going to get some aching going on. I mean, I don't know if they were busted off or...
No. They were gone. Did you not see him? They zoomed a little bit on his face. He was missing.
But I don't know if they were broken off or if, the root came out.
Missing my guy.
Okay.
I didn't see him as broken. They were missing off his face. Gone.
Okay.
Put them bad boys on ice is what they were saying. Put those roots on ice.
It doesn't mean the roots come out, is my point. I mean, the roots are damn deep.
His teeth were in his head, then his teeth weren't. That's all I saw. Teeth in his mouth, teeth no longer there, Grump.
Okay, we'll see.
So, big takeaways are Islanders have to start playing. I think they've got to be more physical than the Carolina unit. They have got to throw more bodies at Carolina than they currently are. If we look back to that Trot system too, every single one of those series in the postseason, Grumpy, we had to go ahead and out-physical the other team. I don't think we're doing that, right? We talk about one of the keys to victory in not only this game, but in the series. Islanders have to be more physical than Carolina. They haven't been that yet.
It's tough to be physical with Carolina because they're so quick and agile. It's hard.
When you're dumping and chasing, throw the body on every single one of those defenders who touch the puck.
But they make the play so effortlessly that they get to the puck well before the Islanders get there, and the puck's out of the zone. You can't hit a guy, 3-4 seconds after the puck's been dropped. Can't do it.
Or the puck leaves his stick.
Yeah, it's like you get 1 second, one Mississippi hit.
Another fluke of a face-off drop there. I do remember they talked about last game, but Horvat won like 70% of his face-offs. He wins a lot of face-offs. I just wish he put more pucks in the net.
And how many really physical players do the Islanders have? Right? You're going to
guys who are gritty, right? They've got guys who are gritty, but right, we talked about how can the Islanders gain momentum, kill this penalty that they had, the 4-minute penalty. And I mean, that power play that they were on pretty much killed the majority of it. Yeah. I mean, there's only 18 seconds left remaining on the power play for the Carolina Hurricanes. So this is a huge kill if they can complete this last 10 seconds for the Islanders.
Next goal,
they can be physical. Okay, Grump.
Next goal of this game is going to be pivotal.
Sure, absolutely. Now,
I think missing Romanov hurts the Islanders, because Aho is not great defensively. Oh, what a save.
You were going to make a point, but then you stopped.
Yeah, I just think that it's going to hurt. Aho not being physical, Bolduc being a rookie, I think that hurts the Islanders in the defensive end. That's how I think it's also benefited Carolina being able to hem the Islanders in the offensive zone more than usual, it seems like.
Well, hem the Islanders in their own defensive zone. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Because those two young players, they're not the typical Island defenseman for the Barry Trotz system, right?
Yeah, and the Islanders had a chance just to, instead of go, whoa, the Islanders had a chance going in. They had a 2-on-1, and Palmieri throws the puck across the ice to Brock Nelson, and he's got a shot. Really, it's almost too close into the net to really make any move, but I mean, Ronta comes up big on a save there, and the Islanders had a chance and an opportunity. I just want to see the Islanders really dial up the physicality. That's what I want to see. And we talked about, I think you had asked me the question, Grumpy, who is physical? Wow, that corner of the ice is really, really not done well, because a lot of players on both the Islanders and Carolina are slipping at that portion of the ice.
It's because the ice is slippery, I think.
Not crisp ice. But you asked who's physical. Well, the thing is, you need to see Anders Lee step his physicality up. We need to see. What I'm saying here is, to win the series, we've got to be more physical than Carolina. We have to. It's a need. And in order for that, guys who haven't been as physical in the past, that can step up their physicality, but they haven't done it yet, Anders Lee needs to step up his physicality.
On that 2-on-1, Nietzsche needs to hustle his ass back. That's the only reason that pass even got to Nelson. He was just floating back.
And Nelson almost put that in.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I mean, Nietzsche needs to get up on him, because Brock Nelson didn't dog it. That's what got him in position, and it was a nice pass by Palmieri. Nietzsche needs to do a better job there coming back for Carolina.
Yeah. When we're also talking about, wow, look at the scoring chances. The Islanders had 0 scoring chances in game 1 in the first period. They've had 6 so far this first period. That first period last game, I thought we were definitely the lesser of two teams. But
yeah, the Islanders only had 6 shots on goal. There's no way they've had 6 scoring chances. Absolutely not. I don't know how they measure that, but and here Martin is going after Chatfield. Well, they're trying to mix it up.
That's what I mean, right? So now here, this is not how you add to the physicality. This is called gooning it up, trying to fight guys who are unwilling combatants. That's called gooning it up.
You're trying to get a team off their game. I think that's what Matt Martin's trying to do. Oh man, just turning it over and over again. Dobson, I'm sorry, it's
Pajot.
Aho and Pulak just not doing a great job.
Pajot turns the puck over in his own zone, as he's behind the net, and it's just like, oh, it gives a wide open opportunity for Carolina. We do need to get more physical. I've never been a big fan of trying to goon it up, but we have guys who don't usually, like Jean-Gabriel Pageau, he needs to throw the body more. Palmieri, I want to see be a spark plug. I want to see him throw the body. I want to see Mayfield be a physical monster out there. We need to see a lot of physicality out of this team. It can't be just clutterbuck.
And Pulak just got stripped again. It's like, come on, buddy.
Defensively, I think we've looked suspect at best.
Yeah, I think that's the fact that I think that's a lot of the reason is because you have Aho and Bolduc out there. 2-on-1 coming the other way. No, fans are crying for a penalty. There's no way that's a penalty.
It's a hell of a job hustling back there by Pelech. No, that's not a penalty. That's just a good job. I didn't know the fan. Yeah, that's not a close to a penalty. No. That's a hell of a job there by Pelech, hustling back. Great job making up ground. Good job of putting the body there on that Carolina opportunity. It was a 2-on-1. Good job there by Pelech. But we just need to see more physicality out of the Islanders in between. Clean physicality, but dumping and chasing, throwing the body on when you're in the zone. That's what I want to see.
I don't like Mayfield playing down low. Absolutely do not like him playing down low.
Oh, I don't see Mayfield. I do see Bobby Orr out there.
Oh. Barzal doing, I think Barzal's looked a little bit better. I still don't think he's 100% skating wise.
He's not. He's absolutely not.
Yeah. And it makes you wonder, what percent is he?
Correct. I don't think he's 100%.
Matty B hustling out there though. There's no quitting him.
One-time opportunity. The Islanders have Carolina on their heels right now. They're getting some prime opportunities to put the puck in the net. But here we go. What do the Islanders? Holy shit. Who just got upended for the Islanders defense? But what do the Islanders have to do to get pressure? They had to load 4 guys pretty much on top of the goalie.
Oh, my God. Back. What a save by Sorokin. Oh, my gosh. 2 spectacular saves in the last 10 seconds.
I like Dobson, but Dobson under the stick a little bit.
Oh, my goodness. The period ends. Thank goodness.
How is that not a cross check by Matt Martin?
Number 11 looks like he got
Matt Martin cross check number 11. Oh my God. I don't know how that was not called. Oof. The Islanders very fortunate that was not called. The Islanders are trying to goon him up.
That's right. Well, here's the thing. When you're the lesser team, that's what you have to do. When you're the lesser team, that's what you do.
Look at this shit. This reminds me of the Flyers back in the old days.
Okay, stop. You never saw the Flyers. You have nothing about it. Okay,
sure, Grump. What does this remind you of, Grumpy? Then
it's
your opinion's only valid.
It's what a lesser team has to do. Or Stahl got. He absolutely looks like he's
cross-checked. Yeah. If they show the replay again, I saw it first. I was like, holy crap. Stahl might be. Who knows if Stahl's coming back today? He is crumpled over and he's holding his shoulder going to the locker room. Martin may have just taken Stahl out for the series.
Well, no.
He's walking over, hunching over, holding his shoulder.
Oh, my God. That's a brutal cross check. And then he hits him again when he's on the ice.
And he lays on top. That's why I said he is a shock. That's suspension-worthy hit.
No penalty called. I guarantee you. Oh, maybe they do have it. Yes, they do have a penalty called. Yep.
God damn it.
Holy shit. That's a brutal
cross check. There's such a dumb fucking penalty to take. They're so fucking dumb. That's so dumb by Matt Martin, that stupid bastard. A brutal cross check without the puck.
And then to start the fight, you could see some serious minutes. He might even get a 10-minute misconduct. I don't know. He hammered him from behind.
No need for that. No need for that. He was trying to mix it up last goddamn. I'm telling you, he had to be helped down the tunnel. He could not put any. Look at his left arm. He could not put any pressure on that. I think he's out for the series. Look at this shit.
I think he took a shot to the ribs.
Maybe a strip. I don't know. The way he was walking into the tunnel, I don't think he's coming back today. Let me put it to you like that. It's just. Here's the thing. Let me ask you this: does a 2-minute penalty? Would you like a 2-minute penalty to take out Jordan Stahl for the series?
There was a fight afterwards. I think they're just. I think Carolina probably just get a 2-minute penalty. You might see
power play.
I mean, 2-minute power play, and you might see Martin get a 10-minute misconduct or something else.
Well, how do we change the game?
Here's the thing:
this is a way.
Is that a loss for the Islanders? I don't think so.
Yeah. Matt Martin. Matt Martin has got to be physical. Matt Martin, he tried to start a fight with unwilling combatants just a second ago, but hey, he found a way to go ahead and try to alter. What do you have to do? You've got to find a way to alter the series. We have one goal in 4 periods of play. And again, the goal was a questionable goal to concede in with.
It was an own goal, as they say in soccer. It's an own goal.
We have got to change the tenor of the series. How do you do that? Get unbelievably physical. I like the physicality to be legal, but hey, sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
True.
That's the best way to put it. Yeah, it's first period over. What would you say about the first period of today's action, Grumpy?
Reminded me of the first period of the first game.
We had chances, I'd say, more chances in the first game.
Okay, how many of them got to net? The one opportunity with Nelson. But
I thought Zizekas was hooked. I thought he was hooked and interfered with on the breakaway going the other way. Again, I'm not complaining about officiating because I'm not doing that, but I thought Zizekas was hooked.
Like I said, I didn't like the tripping penalty on Carolina. I thought the better penalty to call would have been when early on, I thought they were holding guys when the Islanders had scrums in front of the net. I thought they were holding guys. I'd much rather have that called because that's a phantom call. And the players, once you show them this is what's going to be called, this is what's not, they know they adjust their play.
What can they get away with?
Right.
What can they do in this series?
They're letting you clutch and grab, and they call a trip like that. I would have much rather have them call a clutch and grab, which I thought there certainly was early in the game. But we're not good enough offensively. We're just not. I mean, some guys are giving it their all. Carolina's too fast. I mean, you said Zach Parise's look good. Zach Parise looks average against Carolina because they really skate hard. I mean, that's just me. I mean, I thought Nelson has looked just average out there.
I think Nelson's looked good. I think Nelson's looked good. He's had chances. He's had opportunities. He's busted his ass. I think Palmieri, as much as we give him slack for, I think he's looked good.
Yeah, I think he's been one of our better forwards.
Palmieri's played well in the postseason for us before in the past, too.
Engvall in the first game, he played timid.
Invisible.
I thought he played timid. Guys came at him. He just, I'm not even looking to move the puck to anybody. I'm just getting it off my stick. And Carolina's vulnerable up the middle. If you watch, if you got team speed, you can beat them up the middle. I mean,
think about how many 2-on-1s or breakaway opportunities our team has been able to go ahead and exploit against Carolina. Or
just ones where if we were a little bit quicker, there are opportunities. Because you see that spacing. It's like, ooh, it's there. It's there. Maybe Lane needs to talk. Okay, this is what we want. We want Matty B coming up the middle. I mean, you're seeing him on the boards. We want Engvall coming up the middle. I mean, whoever's got pace, we want them. Those to be the guys coming up the middle to maybe get an odd man break coming in. But right now, we haven't seen that. That's a brutal cross check, though. Oh,
interference to say the least.
Oh, and then
he lays on top.
And then Dobson grabs around the head, and
that's what I'm saying.
And I'm going to tell you something. Horvat's throwing punches. Kind of dumb.
He wants.
I realize you're frustrated, but don't make it any worse.
What I worry about, because he was throwing a little bit there. It's the way to lose public support. And when you don't have public support, you're not going to get the calls either. I do want to go ahead and read today's ad, though, Grumpy. Today's podcast is sponsored by DraftKings. It's the NHL playoff time, and that means, it's the NBA playoff time. Also the NHL playoff time, but it's the NBA playoff time. That means big hoops action with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. Get in on the excitement of every game at with the touch of a button. New customers can make can make a $5 pregame money line bet on any team and score, or any team to win, and score $150 in free bets and free bonus bets if their team wins. Sorry, I'm reading a really small ad. I apologize. I'm doing a typical shitty job on the ad. But plus, everyone can score with a no sweat bet. So again, recap: $5 pregame money line bet and score $150 in bonus bets if their team wins. Plus, Every team can score a no sweat same game parlay every day or every game or every day, during the NBA playoffs. Open the DraftKings Sportsbook app and opt in and place a same game parlay on any NBA team. And if it doesn't hit, you'll get a bonus bet up to $10. So you could go ahead and bet on multiple things. Hey, we think the Knicks are going to win, and we think that, Mitchell is going to play great. Whatever. You can bet whatever you want on there. Download the app now and sign up with promo code THPN. New customers can make a $5 pregame money line bet on and score $150 in bonus bets if their team wins. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Again, with promo code THPN. You could find additional information if you have a gambling issue. You can find additional information in the link in the description below, or again in the description, or as a detailed summary in the description below.
Yeah, wonderful, outstanding. Took a little bit longer to do that than usual, but hey, that's okay. Do we want to hit some comments here during intermission?
What the hell? What the hell's that, Grumpy? Of course, we're going to hit comments during intermission, but you're asking like, oh my God.
Well, it's intermission. Go to the comments. How you about that?
That's the Grumpy I know. What the hell is this? Do we maybe want to hit some comments? You usually are just like, hey, dude, it's intermission.
I wanted to give you a little bit of time to get your feet wet.
Well, I'm reading. They don't upload the ads anymore on the computer, so I can read it in normal view. So I'm reading them in these little I'm reading it like hieroglyphs in these little tiny.
I don't care. Comments. Let's hit the comments.
Grumpy. Anthony Rizzi Grump.
I know he's rusty. First game back, but Barzal is clearly not 100%. I agree. He wasn't skating at all. I agree. Seemed to be going half speed. I'd say 3/4. We have no shot of winning this series. I think we need to win today if we have a shot of winning the series.
I think today's a big game. We're only down 1-0 exiting the first.
Does it seem like 1-0 though?
It doesn't. But that's the thing about a game. You can steal a game if you are outplayed in the first period and you're only down 1-0. You could steal a game. Got to come out. You have got to come out. You've got to kill the penalty, obviously, that we're going to now have with Matt Martin's cross-check interference, whatever the hell they called it. Got to kill that off. You have got to strike quick. We score early in the second period. I like our chances in the game. Even though we've been outplayed, get that goal back and even the series up. We have been playing from behind for, I want to say, the majority of the series. It was soon as Carolina went up 2-1 or 2-0, we scored a quick goal back. But they scored early last game too in the first period, if I'm remembering that correct. They scored about 5 or 6 minutes into today's game. It's tough to be playing with, from behind on a consistent basis. If we can at least get it tied up and even, I think we could pressure Carolina a little more than we are possibly too. Anthony Rizzi Grumpy.
I have no idea how many fans say we played a decent game 5-on-5. They dominated the entire game. I thought towards the end, we were okay, but no real scoring chances. They're really good in the defensive end. They're the second best team in the league defensively for a reason.
Sure.
I mean, they get a lead, they win those games, period. And their defense is a modern NHL defense. Are they ultra physical? Nope. But they have some physicality to them, and they all know how to move the puck. That's why they're so good at it. Flex Crew says, I'll be at game 3. Let's go Islanders. Lou will bring us a cup. If not, it'll be Fredo.
Oh, no, Flex Crew. No.
LOL. Sad.
Oh, man. Sad is right. Frank says, yeah, mother effers.
Mother effers. Get pumped up. Let's go Islanders.
Anthony Rizzi Grumpy.
Hate to say it. We need Romanov back to at least throw the body. Only one who did that last game was Pulak. I don't see that happening.
About to say, with an arm injury, even if he comes back, he's not throwing the body. And again, think about it. He's been out now for 2 weeks with an arm injury. At this time of the season, if you're out with an arm injury, there's got to be a level of severity with it. And Andrew Gross tweeted out there, arm injury is what's officially listed for Romanov. So, Frank K. Grumpy.
Hope we even it up. Canes seem to know how to smother us. For years, they've been able to do that. Years.
And depending on what happens today, with that loss we had in the postseason, we've won only 2 out of our last 15 games against the Hurricanes. So
they're good. They're good. And
I will feel good.
They're good, and their style is death to us.
I will feel very discouraged if they win again tonight, because that will mean we've only won 2 out of our last 16 games against Carolina.
True.
Very discouraged. Frank Grumpy.
Yeah, Rizzo, I was praying for Romanov to be back tonight, but read 2 hours ago that he won't be back tonight. And I'm just going to say if he does come back, he's not going to be 100%. Frank K says, told you Vanacek is trash. There's a reason why the Caps dumped him. Absolutely. He sucks. Rangers going to steamroll that series, just like predicted.
The funny thing was, you and I submitted our NHL brackets, what we thought was going to happen. Our brackets were very similar, but people were calling me a Rangers fan. We both had the Rangers going the same distance, beating the Devils, then beating the Hurricanes, and everybody's calling me a Rangers fan. You did the same thing. Nobody's calling you that, Grumpy.
Because you have a history of being pro-Rangers on this site. That's why.
Mm-hmm. Andrew L. Grumpy.
Realistically, should have been shut out. That goal was putrid from Ronta. 100% agree.
Yep. What's up, Frank? Johnny Mac. Grumpy.
Good evening, boys. Enjoying Chi-Town. AAA tournament starts tomorrow at a sports bar in Chicago. About to watch a game. Don't get too drunk. Remember, you have responsibilities, Johnny Mac.
Make sure you can walk your way back home. Walk your way back home or find yourself an Uber. Oh, here you go. Johnny Mac, Grumpy.
Thanks for the trade. No problem. I love making trades in fantasy baseball in particular. I absolutely love it.
Oh, Florida. Did Florida score a goal? Oh, no. I'm sorry. Continue.
No. Uh-oh. Okay, next
you
comment.
Love making trades. I'm
yeah.
sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Cheese, yes. It needs to be read twice just because it's that great.
Understatement of the year. TJ saying, I was doing a poor job as host.
Yep. True. That's true. I give it to him. It is an understatement of the year. The Wicker Man, Grumpy.
What's your prediction? I have Tampa beating Vegas. Tampa lost Hedman and Cervelli last night. Zernak, I'm sorry.
Toronto was playing dirty as hell hockey. I was rooting for Toronto to win simply because they haven't won a series in how many years. You'll never catch me rooting for fucking Toronto anytime soon. They were playing dirty, chippy as shit hockey. I'm rooting against Toronto. Even when I pick them, I'm rooting against Toronto.
ESPN has been doing this day in Maple Leaf history, and they're hilarious with the people all being dejected and crying and just – he's like, man, look at how he was sucking on that, that vape pen. He's like blowing out. He's like, man, he took a real long draw on that. I just like how they're kind of going at Toronto a little bit in their fans. Toronto,
dude.
Okay. I don't know how severe Zernak's injury is. Absolutely a concussion. Bunting was suspended 3 games for it today.
Sure.
Is that a loss for Toronto? No,
really.
I don't think so. Zernak's a huge loss for Tampa. Hedman did not play in the majority, I don't think at all in the second period or third. So I don't know what's going on with him. They only played with 4 defensemen. You can wear down 4 defensemen.
I hope Tampa pummels the living shit out of Toronto. I fucking hate Toronto after that. I was not seriously. I picked Toronto to beat Tampa just because I kind of wanted to see them win a series the first time in, I don't know, like 20 years. After that display last night, I will not be rooting for Toronto in any. They could play a dirty Boston Bruins team from years ago. You're never going to catch me rooting for Toronto.
They don't have a goalie. They don't have a goalie.
I hope Toronto gets an ass. I hope Toronto gets their asses whooped. Sorry if there's any Toronto fans out there. Tony Pino, Grump.
Let's go, TJ and Grumpy. Have some faith. Game 2 is ours. Let's go, Islanders.
Got to start with killing that penalty in the second period early on and strike early. Score within the first 7 minutes of the period, and we could change the tenor of the game. Angelo M. Grumpy.
Hello, gentlemen. Better score more than 1 goal. Otherwise, we're going golfing Sunday afternoon.
What's up, Angelo?
Sorokin's going to have to pitch 2 shutouts, and 2 only gives up 1. He gave up 1 today. Cannot give up another goal. Cannot do it.
Brett W. says, let's go Islanders. War Eagle, Grump, says Johnny Mac.
That's right.
Sorry, TJ. No, Tony Cheese. I laughed my ass off. Johnny Mac says, found 3 Kane haters. So let's go Islanders. Andrew L. Grumpy.
Grumpy, there's playoffs on, but don't you dare look at that TV. What's up, boys? And very few girls. Let's get this W. Must win tonight. I think today is must win.
Yes.
Joking aside, cannot go down 2-0 in Carolina. Have to steal.
Today's about as must win as it could be.
Have to steal tonight's game.
Yep. We all gotta will it, baby, says Frank. Brian J. Grumpy.
This series is going to be a sweep. Well, we hope not, but it could be.
Hold on.
Carolina's good.
He's thinking Carolina's going to win because if it's going to be sweet,
Carolina's good. Carolina's good. They're really good. Second best team in the league. They're good. They're really good.
What's up, Amelie Wilcox? How are you? I put a Canes Aho jersey in my freezer this morning when I left home, says Johnny Mac.
Well, I'm going to tell you what. He probably wishes he had that frozen jersey to put on his aching gums right now.
Very true. J.S. Grumpy.
I don't understand Lane putting Barzal on the ice when Stahl is on and Stahl eats Barzal alive. Remember, Carolina has the last change.
Yep. So that's
but you know what?
The benefit they're going to have from the home games.
Hey, maybe Matt Martin kind of took that out of the realm of possibility going forward. He was absolutely hurting in the back. Absolutely.
I'm telling you, I don't think he comes back today. It wasn't like I'm kind of like hobbling off. He was like, man, he was walking like he was just, tattooed.
Hey, he's got 20 minutes. He's got 15, 20 minutes to, shoot him up, send him back out. Did you see the guy? Gosh, what game was it? I have it. I think I even sent it to you. Took 75 stitches above the eye. Got caught by a skate blade above the eye. 75 stitches. He missed, I think, 14 minutes of game time and was back out there. 75 stitches. That's why hockey's the greatest sport ever.
Anthony Rizzi Grump.
Oh, no, we suck again.
Brian J.
Told you guys, sweep.
Andrew
L. Too many times in the defensive end where instead of just throwing the puck out, they just stand there and turn it over because Carolina's all over them, like white on rice.
Another sweep at Carolina. No. Blue sucks, says Jason Cameron.
Well, that's true. That's 100% true.
Dan P.
Garbage at times. No, we're just an average team with an otherworldly goaltender. And, when we play really good teams, look at all of a sudden Carolina was scuffling at the end of the year. Boy, they really picked up their play when they had to. The end of the regular season when they didn't know if they were going to get home ice advantage. And then, in the playoffs. You know what I noticed? AJ had her hair styled.
Yeah.
It's not the normal rat's nest because when you're going on national broadcast, they're like, okay, whatever you've been doing is not working.
Oh, shit. Okay. Carolina only has 13 on the bench. Carolina has some players injured. So Stahl appears to be back. Shit. Okay. They got 13 players on the bench. Oh, the Hurricanes have 13 on the bench. Maybe his number is number 13. Okay. Or his number is 11.
11. Man, that's a brutal cross check. And then he gets on top of him and hits him to the back of the head. Man, yeah, he's really hurting. Flexing the finger.
Right in the lower part of the back.
Yep. Oh. That's like, he's ready to go. The team captain. Hey, right. You have to say they're going to be fired up, don't you think?
I'd say, my God. Shit.
Matt Martin sitting.
Damn it, Grump. Damn it. Stall back. A bad goal by Sorokin.
Well, it was deflection. So.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm not going to give him too much there. Bolduc has one speed. And that is a Long Island
Railroad just pulling out speed.
Oh, God.
Real fast.
Joseph C. Grumpy.
For what it's worth, even with the Islanders' struggles to score, Rantanen has been very good the last few years now. Something clicked for him when he came to the Rangers. And you remember, even though Carolina scored the first two power plays they had the last game, after that, the Islanders' penalty kill kind of shut them down. They had trouble keeping zone presence and stuff like that. So we'll see what happens.
We stopped a 4-minute power play earlier on this game.
Well, not really. Two of it was negated. So
right in the middle of it too.
Yeah, right in the middle like that. So no.
J.S. Grumpy.
I don't know how a team who just lost a game can look the exact same as game one, because that's who they are. They're not a supremely talented team. They're slow, old. Carolina is young and fast, and they're aggressive on the forecheck.
I thought you were about to say young, vibrant, exciting. Anthony Rizzi says, we're not a physical team. Besides Clutterbuck, Matt Martin, Casey Zizekas, and Romanoff, who throws the body?
True.
We have guys that can throw the body but aren't. And that's the issue I've got.
Okay.
Andrew L. Grumpy.
Grump, I'm liking this new camera you got. No, it's the same camera, just a different spot. Just moved.
Yep. Just a different spot for the Grumpy. That's all it is. Drew L. Grumpy.
TJ, I'll be hanging out with Alexander, so I won't be commenting really, but I sent you some sound effects.
Oh, shit. I did see that. I'm going to have to pull it up after the show.
Big save by Sorokin there. And the Islanders coming down, shorthanded opportunity. Pajot. Nice snag by Ronta, who hands it off behind the net. And back come the Hurricanes. We are too old. We can't do this anymore. We have to turn this roster over. Exactly. I've been saying it for how long? Oh, my gosh. We gave up an odd man chance on the penalty kill. Down low. Nothing came of it. Thank goodness. See, that's why what Lamoriello did this year has me so angry. Because he knows we're not good enough. He knows. He's not stupid. He knows. And he could have, okay, let's say you wanted Horvat real bad. Okay, great. You could have moved all the UFAs to recoup and kind of start that rebuild process. He determined he didn't want to. Well, it's going to be hell to pay.
Flex screw, Grump.
I'm with Grumpy. When he sees, whenever something happens on the ice, you should talk about it because we're all watching this game live. Treat your father with respect, TJ. Thank you.
Flex screw. Flex screw. You should let me run wild. Flex. Frank says, what's wrong with Omarov? Yeah, we talked about that already. Carolina's a great team.
They're not a great team. They're a good team.
I think they're a really good team.
They're a good team who,
if healthy, they're a great team.
They're that. Well, okay, great. When I say a team's great, that means like Tampa's been great. I think Tampa's a great team. Chicago was a great team for a few years. You know, was St. Louis a great team when they won? No, I thought they were a really good team. I think Carolina's a really good team.
To give you guys an update, the New York Islanders killed that power play. So, you know, hey, good job by the Islanders coming out and taking care of the first bit that they needed to take care of. Now, hey, we've got to strike early. We've got to find a way to score.
Absolutely. Have to find a way to score, period.
You know, it starts to get in that mindset where the longer and longer you don't go without, the longer and longer you go without scoring, the more and more it's like, is it in your head? But Thomas B. Grumpy.
This team has no superstars. The team has a group of players that are overpaid. The only way they win this series is if Sorokin stands on his head. There are no superstars. I think Matty B is a superstar. I
think Sorokin is he is elite.
But I know, but he's not talking about goaltenders. Okay. He's talking about the skaters. And if Matt Barzal was on a better team or any type of team who plays modern NHL hockey, he'd be absolutely a superstar 100-point-a-year guy. He's stuck with these plumbers. So you kind of get what you get.
Yeah. Jim J said it'd be nice if we can hit the net when we have a clear shot.
That's got to be a penalty call. No. Wow. Okay, that looked like absolutely like a hook. It's like somebody hooked Palmieri there, in my opinion.
I'm telling you, they're
big save again.
I'm not complaining about the officiating. The officiating has just been kind of all over the place.
What now? Where's the penalty on? Oh my God!
It was definitely a hook. You're well ahead of me though, Grumpy.
Okay, well, there's another Carolina guy bleeding on the ice. So
now Brett. Oh my God, he's Brett.
Pesci.
Yeah, Pesci was hit with maybe a high stick. Oh God, Christ Almighty! Back to the freaking penalty kill. Jesus H. He's bleeding from the upper part of his cheek.
Yeah, I mean, 4 minutes, double minor. Okay, here's the thing. Even if they don't score,
4-minute double minor, are you shitting me?
He's bleeding. He cut him.
He just maybe has a really weak cheekbone. Damn it! Another 4-minute penalty for the Islanders. Are you shitting me?
Anytime you hit a guy with your stick up top and you draw blood, it's 4 minutes.
It just looked like it was a follow through of the shot. Follow through the dump.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. It wasn't. It was Bolduc who caught him in the face, not Palmieri.
Why the hell is Palmieri in the box?
Because the ref thought it was Palmieri. It was not. It was Bolduc. He caught him.
Oh no, they just switched it.
Okay, he caught him blade.
Oh, sorry.
Blade across the face. So,
my God. Oh my God. They showed me the replay. It's like Bolduc was trying to ride the guy down there. Holy shit.
See, I thought that Palmieri was hooked down the other end.
Well, Lane Lambert made sure to say, I want Bolduc in the box, so it's not really going to affect too much the plans of the penalty kill. But
just look at the fight There's a cross check by Mayfield. I mean, look at the fight with Carolina. They just seem like they want it more. Now here's the thing. Even if they don't score here, you're almost midway through the second period.
It's really tough to live in the box like we have. It's really tough to live in the box. I'm not happy with us living in the box like this. And those high-sticking penalties are high-sticking penalties. When you're causing people to lose teeth and you're cutting their face and shit like that, that's a high stick, man. You got to be under control of your stick. This is the fourth power play for Carolina today.
And Carolina seems much more in control this particular
power play.
Yeah.
Got a comment here from Islanders. JJ said, yet another time the best fourth line in hockey is on the ice for a Carolina goal. Yeah.
Islanders have really settled in on the penalty kill now. Everything's to the outside. That's what you want. No real shots. Good job by the penalty kill right now. Cizikas and Clutterbuck out there with Mayfield and Pelech, but they've been out there a long time.
They've been out there. They've killed about.
Are they going to try to change up? The Carolina's able to change up some forwards.
Okay.
And the Islanders not able to change up anyone. They're going to have Sorokin's going to have to come up with a save and freeze the puck right now.
About over a minute of the power play is gone for Carolina. Here's the thing.
Islanders catch a break there, puck going out of play. Thank goodness. Because I had a feel that had a feel of them scoring right there.
Frank said, such a bullshit call against us. That wasn't that bad. I don't know. Maybe the high stick. Andrew L. Grumpy.
Good. This is what should be happening to every Hurricane player on the ice. Slam them and stop being soft.
Slam the F out of them and stop being soft, he says. Elon Avatal says, game over.
I don't think so. If they score the next goal, it's over.
Parise was tackled to the ice with a stick across his chest, and he had an open net. How is that not called? Says Frank.
I think that was probably the time that I was talking about early in the game.
Yeah.
Where I thought for certain they were grabbing down low.
Yes, Joseph C. Our source is Deep Throat. That's who our source is. Come on, Islanders, says James F. Anthony Rizzi said we'll lose 4-0 tonight. No, we won't. I don't think we're going to lose like that. We're not a team that's ever going to roll over either, though. You know what I mean? So
this takes a lot out of you as a team, though.
To be on the penalty kill for this many minutes, man. And
it also means your offensive players are not able to get on the ice.
You're right. It's really tough. It's a lot of energy you can insert doing this. Nice save. Sorokin's been another spectacular game by Sorokin today. Unbelievable.
He hasn't been spectacular, but he's really solid in there. I mean,
he's made every save that we've asked him to do.
But he hasn't had to make any of those, incredible saves.
Highlight saves.
He hasn't had to make those yet.
Sure, but it's an incredible performance by him again tonight. He's making every single save that you need him to make. He again doing a great job. No weakies, making every single stop pretty much that comes his way. Elon Avatal says $8.5 million will not age well. Get Lee off the top line now.
I agree.
Was he originally on that line with Bo Horvat and Matt Barzal earlier this year?
Probably. They got nowhere else to put him. I don't remember, honestly. They only played together a few games, 5-6 games.
Oh, yeah, I don't remember.
40-5 when Carolina scored first.
45-4. Absolutely. Anthony Rizzi Grumpy.
I actually have a problem with the double minor call. If you watch the play, no one called a penalty. The line mate saw Aho going to the bench, holding his mouth with blood and blew the whistle. Okay. It was a penalty. Stop. It was a penalty. Come on.
They went to replay. They can't do that. Well, that's my point, though. It's just like, how bad is the official? Because it was a blatant. You could tell, Mike. I thought it was honestly. I thought it was the check against Cal Clutterbuck, but
he got stick in the mouth first, and then the follow-up check.
I'll be honest with you. If Carolina doesn't score in this power play, I like our chances to win the game. They've had 5 power play opportunities or 4 power play opportunities, 2 double minors along that with a power play sprinkled in here or there, and they have not scored on a single power play opportunity. Okay. I like our chances to win. If Carolina is unable to score on a power play, their 4th one of the game, halfway through, I like our chances.
Well, all I know is we're getting shut out.
Sure. How do the Islanders score, though?
I don't know. You tell me.
Lucky, fluky goals.
Ronta's a leading scorer for the Islanders. I mean,
chaos and pandemonium are how we score. What the hell? It's like the ice. It's like the ice capades. Everybody's falling down to the ice. Whoa! Adam Pelech tries to have a huge slapper on net, but just misses that wide. Oh goodness.
Oh my God!
What happened?
Oh my God!
I ain't good.
What a lucky goal! What a lucky goal!
Oh shit!
What a freaking lucky goal!
What happened, Grumpy?
You'll see it.
I assume we didn't score based off of that reaction.
It wasn't us who scored. I don't even know. It takes
what the fuck happened here?
It takes a fluky bounce.
What?
Aho scored. What? Aho scored.
Sebastian Aho, not our Sebastian.
Well,
our
Sebastian Aho scored
on our own net.
He went to clear the puck. It was up in the air. He hits it, and it goes towards Sorokin. Bounces. He didn't even know where it was. Bounces in the net.
This is going to be a loss. I thought if we killed that penalty, what the fuck happened here? And Sorokin's looking for the puck along the boards, but he just knocked it out of the air. Jesus Christ.
He didn't even see it until it was too late.
Why the fuck did he swing at that puck? Why the hell would you swing at the puck and put it back towards the net, you stupid son of a bitch?
Because they're walking around us. They're walking around us.
Oh, my God.
Well, here's the thing. Last game.
People are going to try to blame Sorokin for that.
What's Ronta doing in the net? Looks like he's hurt. What? This is when the Islanders picked it up last time and Ronta scored in the first game. Doesn't look like that's going to be the case this time.
Okay, well, here's the issue I've got. Hold on, Grumpy. Here's the issue I've got. People are going to try to blame Sorokin for that goal against.
No.
He's not the fault either.
Well, that's okay. Engvall got away with a hook there coming in. He did use it to propel himself around the defenseman, so I like that.
Oh, man, I'll tell you.
I'll tell you what, Jacob.
Stefan Nosen has 2 goals, a goal in both games. Holy crap.
What are they blowing a whistle for? I don't think that puck left the zone. That's bad.
I'm not blaming Sorokin on that either.
It took a bounce. It was rolling on edge. He looked like he had it, and then it takes a bounce sidewards and goes past him because it hits like on the corner of the puck. That's bad news.
I am not blaming. There will be people out there. I'm sure there are in the chat too, where they're going to blame Sorokin. I am not blaming Sorokin on that goal against. Absolutely not. Sorry. That's just, we talk about puck luck. That is an unlucky bounce. I don't know why Aho was again swinging at the puck and putting it towards our own net. Could not tell you that. But that's not trusting your fellow defenseman, Aho. And what does that come from? They're out there with different pairings. Aho does not play very often with Pulak, but you're on the penalty kill, and Bolduc's in the box, and you're trying to mix things up, trying to make sure guys have the rest.
It was a fluky goal. It was fluky.
Yeah,
it was fluky. Okay, here's the thing. He didn't want the guy going past him, so he makes a play on the puck. That's what he did.
And he slashes it towards the center of the ice.
Okay, but it bounced off his. It's a fluky.
I'm not blaming Sorokin. I'm not
blaming Aho either. It's a fluky goal. You get those. Guess what? The Ronta goal, that was a fluky goal in game 1. That was a fluky goal for us. This is a fluky goal for them. I'd much rather have the fluky goal for them the first game and not this game, though.
Frank says, why is the league always against the Islanders? We're the freaking historic team, WTF. I don't think the league's against us, but
I don't know what he's talking about.
I'm talking about the penalties. A lot. I'm telling you, Grumpy, there were a lot of fans that were very upset with the penalties called on both sides. There are a lot of because I was interested. I was like, let me look at Carolina Twitter. They were very upset about the penalties and non-calls, and the same thing with the Islanders.
Yeah.
So
I just wish that the officials would call it
consistent.
The same things all game, as opposed to, we're going to call this now when we don't. You know how the NHL loves
we've given away too many penalties to this team right now, so they get a 5-minute cool down where they can commit any infraction they want before we'll call another penalty on them again. They do that a lot.
Man, I tell you what, Barzal's really good. He's really good.
Fantastic.
It's obvious he's hurt. And
I think he's hurt still too.
All right, we're getting a little bit of offensive zone time here. No.
Wow. Hurricanes, 3 of their 4 goals this series have come on the power play.
There you go.
What's the difference in the series?
It's your own fault. It's your fault, TJ. Talking, whoa, we stopped this power play. We're going to win the game.
I thought if we stopped that power play, we were going to win that game. You can't go 4 or 5 power plays without scoring and expect to win. Happened to the Islanders just recently. We lost. I thought, hey, it's going to happen the same for Carolina, but they found a way to score on that damn power play, Grumpy. James F. says, would you say out of the
16 teams in the playoffs, would you say the Islanders are the weakest?
No. The Islanders are not the weakest team out of the 16 in the postseason.
Really?
We're not the weakest. Come on.
Who's weaker?
Florida?
Florida?
Sure.
We can't beat Florida.
Winnipeg, even though they somehow won the game 1 against Vegas. Johnny Mac says, how in God's name do you go offside?
Oh, my gosh. I'll tell you what, that was borderline. He missed him, but number 5 really took a run at one of the Islanders.
Holy shit. Mayfield laying the lumber. I like it. Mayfield laying the freaking lumber, baby.
Hey, there's number 20. Didn't that used to be Kiefer Bellin's number?
Hey,
I mean, you haven't seen Hunter Fashing at all, been not noticeable today. Andersley, invisible.
Yeah.
I mean,
Carolina, besides that one chance in close, they've really done a great job of neutralizing all of our offensive threats.
Here's a little.
We have 9 shots on net through the first 30 minutes of hockey.
Here's a little stat. Teams that go up 2-0 in a best of 7 have an 86.4% chance of winning the series.
I said I thought we had a 10 to 15% chance of winning. So, hey, it's still lines, Grumpy.
Yeah.
JT, Grumpy.
Good evening. Regardless of what happens in the Islanders series this year, I'm reminded of how much late head ref Wally Harris used to help the Islanders. These playoffs look mad corrupt this year. Everyone says that every year. I remember my dad when he was still alive, and this was, there were emails and stuff like that. And he was like, and we'd watch, he loved the Stanley Cup playoffs. My gosh, we're interfering all the time. See, Aho cannot defend. He cannot defend. He has to hold guys. My dad would say when he's watching and see how bad the refereeing is, like, who can I write a letter to? He's like, I want to write a letter to the NHL and tell them that they need to get better officiating. And it was I just thought it was always funny.
Oh yeah, Aho looks, he's looked exposed. That's the best way we can put it. No, Islanders score. Kyle Palmieri scores a backhander. Oh wow, I guess
how are you ahead of me?
The tweets are way far ahead because I haven't seen that. They're still in their own zone.
That's a wiki, boy. That's a wiki by Ranta. Well, needed that goal. Absolutely needed that goal.
What a shitty turnover, too, by the Carolina Hurricanes. I mean, like, that's not one that they probably want to turn over. But, yeah. Wow. The Islanders strike.
Needed that goal. Absolutely needed that goal.
How the hell? Yeah, my God. Hold on. Did Engvall make contact with Ranta in net? Or no?
It went 5-hole. It went 5-hole.
It's all because of that fantastic Engvall fella.
It went 5-hole. How do you get beat 5-hole on a wraparound?
Ronta's been miserable this series. Ranta is fucking awful. He is awful.
That's one
they're challenging. They're challenging the goal for goaltender interference. I thought the stick of Engvall is on there. Engvall's skate makes contact with the goalie's skate. They're gonna maybe challenge it.
Well,
I don't think that's a penalty. I don't think that's goaltender interference.
Well, this
could be a big turning point.
This is a big turning point because if they say that it is a goal, it's a 2-minute penalty on Carolina.
Yep, and we go on the power play. Oh, they're still looking at what the hell's going on.
He has contact with him.
Play on.
I guess he's not challenging.
They challenge. They determined not to challenge it. And honestly, if I'm Rob Brandamore, I do the same too. I think that maybe that's goaltender interference. Maybe it's not. Who the hell knows how the league would interpret it? And you've been dominating this game. I would not give the Islanders a chance for a power play.
I would have challenged.
Engvall definitely interfered with the skate there.
I would have challenged. That was so obvious to me. You have to challenge there.
I'm happy.
You let him back in the game. You let him back in the game now.
That's like going to effing Vegas, dude. Well, here's the thing. If you give him the power play and the league says not enough to overturn that goal, you're really pouring gasoline on it.
Yeah.
there was contact in the crease with Engvald's skate and Ronta's skate. Let me just put it to you like that. And here's the thing. Remember how I said people complain about the officiating? Well, here you go. Now you're going to have Carolina fans bitching about that was not really a goal and they gave it to the Islanders, blah, blah, blah. Because there was contact in the crease, skate on skate. I thought he was kind of pushed there, but who the hell knows? The league is really selective with how really objective with how they measure that shit.
Yeah, I think that should have been an automatic check by Toronto myself. Whatever. I don't care. It gave us a goal.
We're now 2-1. 2-1. We have been thoroughly outplayed and outclassed in this game. But, hey, it's a 2-1 game. A 1-goal difference in this game.
Yeah, he absolutely interfered with him in the crease. I'm stunned he didn't challenge that. Stunned.
I think he was worried what happens if it doesn't get overturned.
I would have looked at it. I would have taken my time out and looked at it.
That'd have been smart.
That's what I would have done, and just say, yeah.
Because Slavin was not constantly pushing Engvald into him.
Nope.
That was one where Engvald just made a little bit of contact with him in the crease and prevented him. Hey, we got the goal. And hey, Rob Brendamore not pulling the trigger gave us the goal because I think
can't coach scared. Can't coach scared.
Coaching scared is the number one way to get your ass losing. I'll tell you that much. Here you go. JP.
How is Wes McCauley allowed to go anywhere near a game coached by Sheldon Keefe? I don't know.
What's the connection between Wes McCauley and Sheldon Keefe?
I don't know.
Oh, God. Fire Lou and Chris immediately, says Nick D. Elon Avital says, watching the Rangers forwards last night and ours tonight is why Lou should be fired this offseason.
Absolutely.
JP said, officiating is very suspect all games. Yes, very true. The officiating across the board has been just every series this year has been like, what? Because it's playoff hockey. It's got to learn how to win in the playoffs. Anthony Rizzi, grumpy.
I've watched all the playoff games so far. I can't tell you how slow our team is. It's really shameful. Absolutely. We're the slowest. We are the slowest team in the playoffs.
That is true.
And I want to say Tampa's second, but they got some guys who can really turn up. Tampa they just mesmerized Toronto when they play them. They're just so calm and relaxed.
Nick D said the Leafs are 0-8 in the playoffs, and Wes McCauley is the referee. I hope Wes McCauley officiates every one of those remaining games after
I love it. I love it.
Just did. Oh,
I love it.
I was not in the loop on that one, but thank you there, Nick. JP said here, I'm not really talking about in Islander games, Frank, but the Islanders aren't good enough. Yeah.
They're not. They're not good enough. And that's been the crux of my argument for the last couple of years. We're not good enough. And if you're not good enough, you have to get better. And you're not going to get better with a team of 30-year-olds. Just not. Move them out. You had an opportunity. You didn't. It was criminal what Lamoriello did this trade deadline. Just criminal.
Yes, as we've discussed multiple times. But now you have a line combination of Pulock and Dobson on the ice. What they're obviously doing is they're saying, we're not putting Bolduc on the ice.
No. The Islanders are getting caught up the ice.
They're down a goal. This is how.
But it's only the second period. It's only the second period.
Okay, unless Ronta gives up another Ronta special, the Islanders haven't scored a legitimate, talented goal, I'd say. I mean, like Ronta's both goals he probably wants back. Even though there's interference, that's a weak-ass goal, in my opinion.
I realize they want to engage their D, but I'm going to tell you what. You can't do that. Nice pick in the pocket by Casey Zizekas, and then Slavin does the reverse to him coming into the zone. And there they are. They just, we're right out of the zone again.
They're really quick. JP said that game 7 against Tampa and Toronto was the most blatantly fixed NHL game I've ever seen last year.
I don't think so.
We did live stream during the game. I didn't think it was that bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, there have been a lot of suspect calls, even in other series where I'm like, how the hell is this a penalty here? It's not there. It's an odd one.
James Farrell says, out of all the Ahos in the league, we do have the worst Aho. I'm telling you what, though, Pulock has made a couple nice plays. There's been like 3 straight in the last minute, 2-on-1s coming back the other way.
Yep, and we're very fortunate that sometimes, I mean, Pulock did a good job of getting to that puck first.
We just got away with a hook in the offensive zone. So, like I said, it goes both ways. So, and there's Dobson back there absorbing pressure. He'll be able to make a move. Look at him. Look at that Dobson.
Thank
Look
you.
at that
Elon,
man go.
Elon Avatal said, we traded 4 first-round picks in a row, and we still can't effing score. Fire geriatric Lou.
That's what happens when you trade them for bottom 6 guys.
Trade them for I need to win now pieces that don't really have the talent you need. Charles Dittmer says here, good evening, guys. I would stay tuned to you guys, but I don't like hearing Grumpy worship Carolina all night. Let's go Islanders.
I don't think, have I been worse in Carolina? Yeah, I think I have, because they're really freaking good.
They are really good.
They're really good.
Here's the thing. Carolina, our goaltending is, I mean, look at Parise holding the stick. He goes into the corner. He grabs the stick of Carolina every fucking time.
All the time. It's a veteran move, right?
It is. All of our guys do that, but they're smart because they know what will be called and won't. And they say, great, I can grab your stick to get a little extra turn on it. And they're really smart. They're veteran plays. Parise is he's a pest out there on the ice at this stage in his career. Just a pest. And that's good for the postseason. You need guys who are going to pester the other team.
I swear, it looks like a power play for Carolina.
They're so much better. They're so much better skating than us, too. It's just...
This is what I was afraid of, right? I mean,
even the game is close, though, right? That's the big thing.
Because they got 2 of their top 4 scorers out.
Is that not a trip? Did Parise just not trip Brett Burns at the line, or did Burns
take
a dive?
Didn't.
Burns take a dive?
No, he just kind of undercut him a little bit.
Okay.
I thought Burns he's a big guy.
If Parise knocks Burns to the ground, you got issues, Burns. It's probably a dive or something crazy. JP said we had the better Lindros, according to Don Maloney.
No, I remember him saying that at the day of the draft. Oh
God.
I'm like, stop.
Jake Bellows says he isn't wrong talking about the grumpy old man. That's right, Jake. What's up, Jake? Okay. Islanders JJ said we cannot score on Carolina. Their defense game over. We cannot score on Carolina.
Yeah, but our goalie is vastly superior.
Yes, it's not even close. Our goalie's miles better than Ronta.
Well, I'll tell you what, anytime there's a scramble in front of the net, I feel we have a pretty good chance of scoring.
Yep. When chaos breaks out, we have a high chance of scoring. Abso-freaking-lutely. Let's see here. Anthony Rizzi says, prediction, we get swept and the Islanders score a total of 4 goals.
Wow, that's bold. I don't think we get swept.
No, I don't think so.
If they had Svechnikov and Pacioretty, absolutely sweep. Absolutely. But that's what's keeping us in the game. They don't have a bunch of finishers. They're probably their 2 best finishers. Aho, I don't think Aho is their best finisher.
I think he's a great playmaker.
I think he's the best player overall, but the 2 best finishers are Pacioretty and Svechnikov, and they're both out. So that's why I don't see the Hurricanes going very far this year. Just don't see it.
Nick D. Grumpy.
Grump, you're right again. The curve is always right. This series will be a sweep, and it's all Amarillo's fault. What piece of shit trades 3 players for a player who is a no-show?
Carolina Hurricanes are up 21-12 on shots.
Well, actually,
they're not shooting us like 2-1.
They usually have more shots than that.
No. It's only, hold on, Grumpy. We're only in the second period, Grump. They're gonna have 30-something plus shots at least. They outshot us like 35-20-something, and we had a lot of shots in the last 2 minutes of action last game. We just have been being outshot. I know you're looking at the shot total right now, Grumpy, but
no.
we were thoroughly outshot last game too. So Nothing different here. Islanders JJ said we traded away a goal scorer we traded for a goal scorer who can't score in our system.
Well, he needs a creator. He needs a creator. That's where we're short. I've been saying for years, right? We need a creator. We don't have anyone who can create.
We got one guy who can create.
They're showing a couple of things here where, those breaks right up the middle are available.
Well, okay, we do have a creator. Barzal's a creator.
Okay, but he's been hurt. Okay, he's been hurt.
And Elon Avatal says a $25 million first line. Absolute garbage.
Well, you expect more than 0 points in 2 games.
Yes, I'd agree with that. Nick D, grumpy old man.
Is the All-Star going to show up since Bo and Barzal aren't? Is the
about Brock Nelson?
No.
The Canes are too much for us to handle, says Frank K.
True.
Tim J, grumpy.
This is the story of the last few years. Never can score at a critical time in a game, and power play blows. And we're slow. Teams with speed in the modern. And here's the thing: why are we better in the playoffs, or we have been better in the playoffs than the regular season? Because they let a lot of shit go in the playoffs.
More physical play, and you could go ahead and you're right. More, you can get away with more. Clutching and grabbing is actually invited in the postseason. And here's the thing: we're a team defensive oriented. When you're a defensive oriented team, defense travels, ladies and gentlemen. Defense can win. I know Carolina didn't win any road games, but you could last year. It's easier to win when you've got a fantastic defense and a stellar offense. They're having some clock issues on the ice, Grumpy. So,
Okay.
Nick D. Grump.
We are the turnover kings. I see Kings and I think, wow, look at what the LA Kings did. Look what they have done in just a few short years. They won a Stanley Cup in what year? 2014, 2015, whatever year it was. And then they totally bottomed out, and now they're right back. They're right back. Why? Because they said, you know what? Screw it. We're going to move everything. We're going to go with young guys, keep a few veterans to transition, and then just draft young guys and develop them. They've done that. They've turned it around. And just think about it. 2 years ago, they were one of the worst teams in the league. Now they're one of the better teams.
Yeah, about to say they're drafting guys like Blyfield. They're drafting guys like Turcotte because they got early draft picks because they're just selling everything off. But they were able to keep some parts of their core, i.e. Kopitar. They kept Quick at that time period. They had guys like Dustin Brown for a while, even during that rebuild. And they were able to restructure the team into a current NHL style and continue to be a successful squad.
Absolutely.
Joseph C. Grumpy.
Carolina plays such an annoying game, peppering shots from everywhere and controlling the puck.
They do.
Wow.
Yeah. Islanders now have 13 shots, Grumpy. Whoop, whoop. We're getting it. We're getting out hit. W2F says Anthony Rizzi. That's what I thought too. We're just getting out hit, out physical. It's not something you want to see.
I think the Islanders are getting ready to score here before the end of the second period. Just got a feeling.
They do. I do have that feeling too, as odd as that sounds. It does have the Islanders feel to it where we're getting outplayed, but we found a way to scrap our way to a goal.
6 guys in front of the net. 6 guys in front of the net. That's how the Islanders have to play.
Look at Matt Barzal even trying to throw the body, baby. Matty B trying to throw the body.
I'm going to tell you what. I love Matt Barzal.
I do too.
He gives everything he's got. He should be the captain. I'm telling you.
Oh, Horvat and Anders Lee just trying to lay their asses in front of the net. But you're right. That is how we score. Pandemonium, just like this. Oh, Matt Barzal lose the puck. That's a high stick. No. Okay, they're not going to call that a high stick in the offensive zone. Michael L. Grumpy.
Yeah, how many guys stand in front of the net?
Carolina is just trying to hold on. The Islanders are putting on a late push here to end the second period. They are putting on a freaking push right now.
Yeah, it was definitely a high stick. They let go. It's all right.
They're putting on a late push, Grumpy. Would you not agree?
Yeah, but nothing really that is amounting to anything. They're getting some zone time, but nothing I would consider pressure.
Jack Drury is headed to the room for the Carolina Hurricanes.
Who?
Jack Drury, Grumpy.
Jack Drury, okay. Well, Islanders are physicaling it up for certain today. That's what lesser teams have to do. It's the only way to win. Got to goon it up a little bit.
He's left for Carolina.
Michael La says, was Horvat the most worthless team destroying signing in New York Islanders history? No, he was not. At least we don't know so far. Andrew Ladd was pretty bad. Remember, we don't really sign anybody, so it's easy to say.
Anthony
we're just signing one of our own guys back.
He says, "So what, TJ? Goon the F out of it. Be goons."
No, I'm absolutely anti-goon. Always been anti-goon. I hated the Flyers. I came from that era. I despise that style of hockey.
Yeah. He said, "F him up." Anthony says here. Wickerman says more physicality. Romanov is missed. I agree. Yeah. They're showing the regular season stats for Bo Horvat.
Not very good.
No. Break their effing heads. Break heads, F it, says Frank. Goon it up. Let's go.
We need to get the Hanson brothers in here.
Oh, holy shit. Was that not a boarding? Yeah, I think the Islanders got away with a little bit of a boarding there.
Oh, I don't know. I missed
Tahoe, I think, got away with a little bit of a boarding along the wall. Holy shit.
Oh, big save on Fashing by Ranta. Yep. I tell you what, the thing, if can Carolina get out of the period with the lead? Right now, the Islanders definitely have the advantage of the
Islanders are putting, this is their press. This is the entire press. This is the biggest press we'll see from the Islanders until the third period with 4 minutes or 5 minutes remaining. This is the biggest press we'll see from the Islanders until the end of the game. So the Islanders need to score on this.
Well, minute 20 seconds to go.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, here's the thing. Islanders absolutely picked their play up. You know what? Maybe it bodes well going to season, going to the third period, but you got to watch out for odd man chances coming back the other way. That's the whole thing. Oh man, somebody lost a stick. Oh, it's Pool.
Okay, Grumpy. Thank you. Come on, please. Jack Drury is back, by the way. Mayfield is a slug, just like Captain Average, says Nick D. Why isn't Engvald playing on the first line when he's got speed? I don't know. Here's the thing. He does have speed, but he's not very physical. And I think they're worried about the lack of that the New York Islanders tie up the game.
Oh, okay.
The Islanders tie the game up, just like I thought. Here it is. Matt Barzal has returned. He's got a wrister with 20 seconds remaining. What did we tell you how this had to be done? In order for the Islanders have been outplayed for the majority of the game. We knew the last 5 minutes of this period was going to have a push. They found a way to score.
What a weekie from Ranta. That's two weekies today.
Ranta blows. I assume they might look I would pull Ranta if I'm Carolina.
Oh, my God.
The Islanders score. That was unbelievable.
Had to happen. Had to happen.
Hey, the Islanders find a way to score. We have not looked good.
That's why
we have not looked good.
Look at this shot. Oh, my
it's
God.
It's a shitty goal to let in, but we scored nonetheless.
He's channeling his inner Tristan Jarry.
He blows. My God. If I'm Rob Brindamore, I'm saying, hey, Freddie Anderson.
Yeah, but here's the thing. That's why if you're terrible, looks worse every time you see it. That's why if you're Brindamore, you challenge that other goal. That's why you challenge it.
That's true.
That's huge.
I'd say one thing: the Carolina fans will be out complaining if they do not win this game. I'll tell you that.
He had a chance to. No, they shouldn't complain.
They will be out. I'm just telling you. Just like the Islander fans were out complaining. I cannot believe you let that one in.
He could. Here's the thing: Brindamore could have challenged. He chose not to. He chose not to.
Oh, was that a hook? They were asking. AJ Malesko was saying that the defense needs to do a better job of closing down that open space. Your goalie needs to make a
that's right. What did I say? Up the middle, up the middle, up the middle on them. Right?
Up the middle in transition is how you get them. Right. Up the middle, they leave this wide gap, a huge gap between the defensemen, and allows for that opportunity. Throw as many fucking pucks on net against Ranta as possible.
Up the middle. That's why the Rangers give them such a hard time, because they have so much team speed coming up the middle.
Yeah.
I'm more convinced now the Rangers are going to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Absolutely they are. Yeah. Absolutely they are. They don't have a shitty goalie like a lot of these teams do.
No. Shesterkin was really good yesterday too.
If Shesterkin plays the way he can, upset alert, watch out for the freaking Rangers maybe to make it to the Cup Finals.
All right.
No response from you in there, Grumpy?
Right back to the comments.
Did you even hear what I said, Grump?
Yeah, I heard what you said. I heard what you said.
I'm
not repeating what you said. Get the next comment.
Let the record show.
It's intermission.
Yana, let the record show. Grumpy did not hear what TJ said, Yana.
Robert Marshall said, LOL, you never saw the Flyers. Exactly. You never saw the Flyers.
Grumpy, I said, you better watch out. I said, the Rangers might make it to the Cup Finals if Shesterkin plays the way he can.
They're not.
Yeah, no. You didn't hear, though. You weren't paying attention.
It doesn't matter. Next comment.
Okay.
Sorokin Horvat is the reason we made the Sorokin and Horvat is the reason we made
Horvat is not the reason we made the postseason.
Absolutely not. He disappeared.
Adam
Sorokin is. I'm glad I'm working before the GD phone is updated down 1-0. Well, that's okay. Now it's 2-2.
Andrew L. Grumpy.
That wasn't even a cross check. He just throws his body into him.
Matt Martin. That's a cross check, my guy.
Oh, yeah, no, sorry.
The Wind said, you all are so effing soft. All you do is try to injure us. Pussies. This must be a Carolina fan. Oh, God.
Well, I like the Wind. He's got a wind machine. So, you know.
Oh, God.
Why is Martin laying on stall after that? Absolutely. See, I was kind of lucky he didn't get more than 2 minutes.
Yep. Elon Avatal said, I love the cheap shot. Getting Stahl off the ice. Well worth it.
Okay, but just do the shoe on the other foot test. How would you feel if somebody did that to
Matt
Matt
Barzal.
Barzal or name any other Islander?
Anders Lee, the captain of our team,
or Brock Nelson. I bet you'd be singing a different tune. See, you always got to put the shoe on the other foot test. That's one thing. We're always down the middle on that. It's like if it's bad for them, it's bad for us. Same thing here. You would not like it if the shoe was on the other foot. I'm just telling you.
Sal P. Grumpy.
Good evening, fellas. We're hanging on for dear life. Our offensive players are a joke. We can barely put 2 passes together. And really, we've not had a whole lot of offensive zone time. Carolina has outplayed us by a ton, and it's 2-2.
Yep. That's what I'm saying. It's when you have a miserable goalie against you on the other side of the net,
you always got a chance.
You've always got a chance. Absolutely. The Win said, you guys know you have to try to hurt the Canes to beat them. It's sad. Yeah, that's right.
That's true.
It's true. It's not a lie. Anthony Rizzi said, we aren't going to win any other way against this team. Stop, TJ. The Islanders do what it takes, or do what they need to win, maybe is what he meant to say.
But here's the thing. But you can't cry about certain things if you're saying, okay, well, that's cool if we do it, because if somebody does it back to you, you can't say anything.
Correct.
That's why I call it out. I call it out every time I see it, regardless of who it is.
Or then if you spend 12 or 14 or 15 or 16 minutes in the box, you can't do much complaining because you're out there trying to accomplish a task. B40 said, this is the worst offensive team in Islanders history. No, it's not that bad, but it's bad. It's I mean, like if we were not playing an inept goalie.
No, Florida takes a 1-0 lead.
No, Florida. JP said, it was a hit from behind, but I think Stahl got hurt from hitting the ice more than anything from Martin with the stick. Either way, the Win is basically correct. The Islanders need to resort to that in order to win.
It's the truth.
Yeah, the Win. Of course, we're going to be honest about it. Yes, we're admitting. Yes, the Islanders have to be ultra physical, and by that, they're going to have to take things. They're going to have to bend the rules of the game a little bit.
Listen here, Mr. Wind. I want you to subscribe to this show and be a loyal listener, because you're going to find we're not like most other Islander locations. We call it straight down the middle.
I think he's a Carolina fan, Grumpy. I think you're wasting breath.
Well, I don't care. He should still listen to us.
Michael Law says here, and Horvat will be the reason why you lose the playoffs. You're number 2/number 3 center for $8.5 million a year. Whose best year before this was 61 points. When is the last time he scored or got a point? Villiers would have produced better.
No,
I'm not sure about the second part, but you're right on the first. Not really much production out of Bo Horvat, and I don't expect him to do much either. Andrew L. Grumpy.
Barzal looks way better already, doing his quick cuts and nice skating. Game 1, he was just passing as soon as he got the puck. He's still not skating like he's capable. Not even close.
They're talking about how much momentum the Islanders have going into the third period, and I think they're 100% right when they do score that they score that goal late in the first period when that weak, and I mean unbelievably weak goal that.
All right, let's say something about the Islanders for my friend Wade.
They never give up.
That's right. They never give up.
That's correct.
That second goal had a real opportunity to be a total backbreaker.
Yep.
Total backbreaker. But Brindamore gave him the first goal. Had to challenge that.
Being weak.
But here's the thing. Didn't give up. You give up a goal like that at the end, it's like, ugh. It's like, geez, it's checkout time. Not for the Islanders, though. Just isn't.
Anthony Rizzi said, it wasn't a cross check, guys. What the hell are you looking at? Anthony, we were looking at a cross check. What were you looking at? You still can't defend that hit, says JP. Yeah, sure. Carlos said TJ started the sauce early. Oh. Yeah, getting the water flowing, getting this flowing early. Anthony Rizzi said it was a penalty, a blindside hit, but he did not use a stick. He put his shoulder in. We're arguing. What? We're arguing the semantics of something.
He hammered him from behind.
An F is an F, but hey, he got a 40 instead of a 45. Well, shit, you're still failing. Unbelievable. JP Grumpy.
When you play in the youth leagues, they put the stop sign in the back of the neck. I know it's the pros, but Martin knows damn well that's basically a hit to injure. Absolutely. He did that. He absolutely did that on purpose. Absolutely. He didn't care. They knew they had to change the momentum and hoping that was going to do it.
Look at Frank. Fucking Frank.
They've been taking little cheap shots at us all night. Oh,
I disagree with that.
no.
We're the team who has to do that. Oh, Andrew L said, I wish we could swap Matthew Tkachuk for Andy. Oh my God, yes. Matthew Tkachuk is another one of those players, but I love Matthew Tkachuk.
I'd hate Matthew Tkachuk against us. I'd love him on our team.
Absolutely. I fucking hate playing those guys. Any of the Brady or Matthew Tkachuk, hate playing against them, but I'd love him if he joined the Islanders. Welcome aboard. Couldn't have enough seats open for you. Anthony Rizzi said, are you saying that the Canes are clean? No.
They're a soft team compared to us. That's not, physicality is not their style.
Anthony Rizzi said the Canes have made some questionable checks.
We've made about 4-1 questionable checks to their 1. Sorry. No. Come on, folks. Let's just be real about it. Come on. I don't care. We're getting results out of it, but come on. You know it's not right.
You got to do what you got to do. Plus, we have to
penalty kill the refs.
Oh,
just 2, not just the Canes. Oh, they have to penalty play the refs as well.
Too. Okay,
stop, please. JP says there is no team in the tournament that's going to be squeaky clean, but the Canes aren't laying folks out. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
How many guys the Islanders knocked out of today's game who had to go up the ice for a period of time? Quite a few. How many Islanders have had to skate off under? None. Sorry. You're never going to sell me Carolina's dirty team. Never.
We have to be more, in order to win the series. We have to be substantially more physical than Carolina in order to take them after their game. We have got to punish the living hell out of them. I wish that punishment would happen in a clean way, but we're doing it clean and a little bit, extracurricular.
Got a lot of comments here, TJ.
B40.
B40 says
and grumpy, you bastard.
They're playing like they just assume Sorokin is going to bail them out every time. Can't play like that. Well, so far you can.
What a films.
Time for Martin to sit. That's bad hockey. Absolutely.
Certain is. What's up, Sean? Hopefully you're doing well, man. Hopefully you're doing well. Ponybar Curtis, Grumpy.
Damn, bro. End of the period was freaking crazy. True.
Anthony Rizzi, Grump.
Okay, sit Martin and put in Johnston. LOL. Nope. Johnston can't play against him unless you just want, more aggression.
Sean Davis, Grump.
Stahl injury could be big. So frustrated playing against this team.
Unfortunately, he was back and healthy. These are some older comments we're trying to get through.
This is the end of the first period, and here we are in the second period.
We're going to catch up, Grumpy. Put up a curse.
Damn, Grump on the center of the couch. Like this is a spiritual experience. It's a different couch, by the way. It's
a different couch. Another different couch. Islanders, JJ.
Stahl is their best defensive. He's their best defensive center.
Yeah, defensive.
Absolutely is. Yes, he is. Even for an old guy, he's their captain too.
Islanders, JJ, Grumpy.
But who knows? He might come back better than ever after intermission, which he did.
F the Rangers. They suck,
bro. TJ, stop being a Rangers fan.
Like TJ reminding people not to drink and drive. How wholesome. Laughing my ass off. James F. Grumpy.
How did the Devils get to over 100 points with their goalies? Because you got to remember, you play a lot of shitty teams.
How did Carolina get over 100 points with that goalie? With the goal, they've allowed 3 goals this series. How many of those would you say are really like, wow, the goalie couldn't have done anything different on that one?
Yeah, terrible. Next.
Yeah, no. Not paying Grumpy, just going to let you do all the talking in the guess because
the Devils had a really good goal against during the regular season. Yeah, because they were able to outskate teams and he played a lot of shitty teams. I'm just looking at Leah Hextall. She has this 1950s looking hairstyle going on with old.
I'm not a fan of the little bangs that she's got.
Me neither. But Vanacek is not Shesterkin. Absolutely.
B40, Grumpy.
Tavares is the worst captain in NHL history. So soft and robotic. Enjoy his contract going forward, Leafs.
Yes, he is a soft robot. Absolutely he is. He is not a good leader. Lone Wolf, Grumpy.
Lone what?
Lone Wolf.
Grumpy.
Read that in the comments, Grump.
Keeping the faith. We still have this game. We still have this. Let's go Islanders.
What did you think, by the way, real quick aside, what did you think about the Dumba hit where he launched himself at Joe Pavelski and knocked him out with a concussion? I thought that was another hit that should have been suspension.
Absolutely.
I don't think he was suspended, Matt Dumba.
Here's the thing. The NHL is going to have to crack down on this because if you let it go, you're going to see more of the big. Here's what the NHL doesn't want. They don't want a whole bunch of their stars getting knocked out by some goon tactics. They absolutely do not want to do that. They try to legislate all the hitting out of the game. You know how you stop it? You call the playoffs the same way you call the regular season.
Because Dumba was not suspended for that hit. And I thought absolutely that should have been suspension worthy hit. An absolute pandemonium at the end of the first.
Pandemonium.
B40.
Leafs fans act like they're the Yankees of the NHL, you know, just without a winning tradition. Those cups they won were basically men's beer league tournaments. Yikes.
Oh,
they all were pre-expansion. So Alexander says, what's up, guys? Here live in Delray Beach with Drew and I and the South Florida Islanders meetup group.
Oh,
hey, have a great time.
Have a good time. Drew, Grumpy.
Grumpy, what's the setup? You look like you're in an interrogation room. Was the warden complaining about how loud you were? She always does. Here's the thing. Actually, I moved to a room which is right underneath our bedroom. So I'm certain tomorrow she will lose her mind, but she had to let it go. I said, you know, I'm doing this so I can actually see the game without TJ bad-mouthing, berating me because I'm not staring at the camera all the time.
I just need you to be able to hold a conversation. That's all I want. If you could do both, I wouldn't give a shit.
I can hold the conversation with a broom.
Grumpy.
Look at what I do with you.
No, hold on, Grumpy. What I want let me correct myself, Grumpy. Hold on, Grump. Let me correct myself. You fuck everything up. You're just a human fuck up, Grump.
Jeff says, good evening, gentlemen. Love the podcast. If we don't win tonight, it's over in my opinion. No way they beat Carolina 4 in a row. True.
Thank you, Jeff.
I feel the Islanders have any shot have to win tonight. And
they can. 2-2 tie when we've been outplayed for the majority of this game. Absolutely, we can win tonight. But thank you, Jeff. Thank you for the kind words, too. And a quote from Gorilla Monsoon. It was
to quote the great Gorilla Monsoon, it's pandemonium gone wild. I don't think he said it like that.
Joseph C.
People have been saying for a while now the Leafs need to fire Dubas and break up the core. Will be nice when Matthews is wearing Ranger blue.
No, Joseph.
I don't know. We'll see.
B40, Grump.
Answer trivia on broadcast. Gordonine Ken Leiter. I don't know what the question was. Sorry.
Damn, I was hoping he broke his wrist. A bullshit penalty on Matt Martin. No, Alexander. No.
My God, I'm surprised he only got 2. I thought he was going to get misconduct also. I really did.
Joseph C.
Really want to fire up the Canes, injure both their goalies, and put David Aries in net.
The back.
Hey, that's how the Rangers did it last year.
Michael.
I wonder how much New York Islanders would have to give up to dump Horvat. Snore flat.
I like snore flat. Jeff, Grumpy.
After we get eliminated by the Hurricanes, Lou won't do a flipping thing in the offseason and roll back the same crew. That's what he's going to do.
Oh, there's not going to be enough options out there this year. That's why.
We only want to make hockey. Remember the hockey trade thing? Did he make any hockey trades? Nope. Didn't do it in the offseason. Did nothing in the offseason. Nothing.
Martin has 2 years left in him, says B40.
I'm glad his contract only has 1 year left.
Michael Law said, would you trade Sorokin to escape the horrible Horvat signing? No. Sorokin's that damn good. Joseph C. Grumpy.
You're right about Mayfield. They should have gotten rid of him when he was playing well and get a good draft pick. This year he's been bad. Now you can't get anything in a trade.
He's no longer under contract.
That's right.
So at the end of the season, you can't get anything for him anyway because nobody's going to trade for the rights to go ahead and give Mayfield an 8-year contract.
True.
So he walks for free at the end of this year.
Yep.
Michael B. Grumpy.
Messier's intermission commentary lands like John Mads of Madden was beamed in the forehead with a hammer. He and Chelios are not good. It's funny. You see him, Steve Levy is the one guy, and then you got PK Subban, who I think is really good with Ryan Callahan.
Yeah.
But the other two guys you could just tell they have no use for him at all.
I like PK a lot better. He's the way that should be moved. He's entertaining.
Yeah, but he's better with Ryan Callahan. With these two guys, here's the thing. He's trying to do goofy shit, and they're looking at him like, what planet are you from? Yesterday, he ripped his shirt open, which I thought, dude, what are you doing? No. Here's the thing. You're supposed to do. No. Stop trying to bastardize the product. Just stop. I don't want guys ripping their shirts open.
I like
stop it. No. Here's the thing. Messier and Chelios are bad, but Subban doing that is worse, in my opinion. They need, if they're going to put Subban with Callahan, I thought they're great together.
Let me ask you this, Grumpy. If Rob Gronkowski was on a show and
he's
ripped
terrible.
his shirt off,
he's terrible.
Shit. Would you not laugh at Rob Gronkowski?
I laugh at, no, here's the thing. Gronkowski should not be allowed because he talks like this when they are doing a segment where he has to answer a question. That's what he sounds like. I'm like, no, I don't want to see him. I love Gronkowski. He's not for that environment. Not everybody is. LOL, Butchie Bo misses the net a lot. True.
Craig K. Grumpy.
If you can't run him up, fill him in. If anything, we can look forward to some decent fights.
Oh, God. Oh, damn. And then Craig K. Grumpy.
Bo to the second line, bring Nelson up. Lee and Bo play the same game.
They do play the same game.
Who's gonna play
Bo Horvat couldn't do anything with anybody besides Matt Barzal. And here's the thing. Early this series, he hasn't done anything with Matt Barzal either.
All I know is Matt Barzal did good.
Was that Grump?
All I know is Matt Barzal did well.
Hey, you're Grumpy. Ponyboy Curtis.
Horvat, you make $8.5 million a year in the next 8 years. You better effing score tonight, bro. You got Matty B to score.
Greg Frost.
Horvat, a big disappointment. Lou killed our future in that Milbury lag trade.
For certain. Absolutely, Greg. We were talking about it at the beginning. I'm telling you, it is bumping over there for the third, but and the Islanders
wins. Next goal wins the game. Next goal wins the game. I'm telling you right now.
The Islanders need to take the energy out of the room. That's for certain. Michael L.
How much Lee gets paid compared to Horvat?
7 to 8.5 million.
Yeah. But he signed that deal how many years ago?
Years.
Yeah.
Under JJ. 5 years ago.
Their goal is to break the most penalty minutes single game. I disagree.
Horvat more like Hor flat, Snore flat. Horvat is going to be public enemy #1 after this series. Absolutely he will. You want to know the amount of fans that are going to be blaming Bo Horvat and how miserable he is? Remember when I compared him to like an Anders Lee light? Yeah, it takes looking okay right now.
He's way better than Anders Lee. And here's the thing. You got to give him more time with Matt Barzal. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
Sure.
Absolutely do.
Anthony Law, Grumpy.
Don't sign a player after career year abnormality.
Yeah, sure. Got to stay out of the box, says Johnny Mac. Absolutely. Jeff, Grumpy.
How soon after we get eliminated do we get the announcement? Fredo is a new GM. God help us.
Christ almighty. Hopefully never.
True.
Y'all shitty fans never disappoint. No, the Wind. Carolina has some of the shittiest fans that are out there. I can't say. Yes, they do. Absolutely. They don't know anything about the sport, and they fucking bitch like they do. For certain, they do, Grumpy. Come on. No. All the caniacs, all the jerks. Hold on, Grump. Come on. You know that they're terrible fans. Come on.
They're not terrible. I don't think they're terrible fans.
You guys said Bavillier goes through hot and cold streaks. Horvat says, hold my beer. Yes, he does. Frank K says Witherspoon needs to play. Bull Duke is in over his head.
And he's going to be there the rest of the series. Maybe even the rest of the year, however long we play.
Sorokin has been great, says the Wind. True. Absolutely he has. Lou, you're going to have the same team next year. No way. You got to change up the dynamics of this team.
Very true.
What about Curtis Grump?
They spent literally this whole game killing penalties.
Yeah. Grumpy, let's read these comments here. Islanders, JJ.
I'll never understand how some people are positive about this team.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Let's look here. Great goal. We got a lot of those. We'll score through that. The Islanders never get shit bounces like that. Never.
Not true. We got them today. We got them the last game. So not true.
If that goal goes in, it doesn't matter. We can't score.
Not true.
A. Cedar says a freaking joke. Oh, no, that was the lucky goal. This is at the time period. The lucky goal from Carolina was tapped in. Sadly, I could see he's getting swept, says Matthew C. I think we should.
I disagree.
I'm about to say, I really do feel like we could win this game. We've been outplayed for the majority of the game, but hey, it's a tie at the moment. So
next goal wins the game.
For certain it does. Michael Law, Grumpy.
Why not St. Taves for a year with no risk, higher upside than committing 8.5 times 8 to a guy whose career best was 61 points? Will at least accumulate draft picks for the next 8 years.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of the Horvat amount we signed him for, the contract, you name it. Not a good selection, Michael. I think we all agree on that. Aho is awful, says Frank. I can't watch. They're pathetic, says Ivan D. It's not Sorokin's fault one bit. Andre M says fantastic. Look, stay out of the damn penalty box, Andre says. Yeah, maybe we could keep staying out of the penalty box for the third period. Maybe that's a goal.
Okay. Here's the reason why the Islanders are in the penalty box. Because Carolina is dominating in the offensive zone and they're doing anything they can to stop them. That's why they're in the penalty box.
Islanders JJ says, it's like Islander fans wanted this. They did. Why? Bolduc should not be playing. Aho and Bolduc are not ready for this level of play.
Right now, the Islanders offense is just put 3 guys in front of the net and have somebody just shoot a slap shot towards the goal and hope something happens.
Come from the point, shoot it out. Hopefully it hits off of 3 bodies, 1 leg, 1 arm, and it goes into the net.
Yes.
And load everybody in front of the net, crowd the crease, bump into the goalie like the first goal. Hopefully it's not called. That's what we're doing. That's what it is right now. Andrew L said nobody's blaming Circa for that. Okay, good. I don't read the comments as they're up at the date because we get so behind and I'll lose them if I go too far ahead. Aho will never be ready. I agree, Islanders. JJ, Greg Frost said, how about Dobson stepping in to help his teammate in that scrum?
He did.
He's a big effing pussy. No, he did step in.
He did.
Yeah.
Dobson with a nice feed out front to Barzell.
Alan Avital, grumpy.
This offense is embarrassing. I know AHL teams that are more effective.
Yeah. Mayfield sitting on the bench next to Aho, looking at him like he wants to commit homicide. Oh, God. AJ Piazza says, things I've learned so far. Ryan Pulak has been our best defenseman. The ESPN commentators are terrible. Aho Islanders version is awful, and Dobson and Pelech are finally a pair. Wow.
Yes. Yep. This way it should have been all year.
Islanders have come out hot to trot to start this third period. Again, they've carried momentum. I'd say for the first 4.5 minutes, the Islanders have looked a better team.
Yeah, but no chances. Ronta's looking like he wants to give up a goal.
Ronta looks like he's mentally weak. He's a mental midget. Here's the thing.
God, he almost let one in right now. Almost let it in.
If they lose this game, Ronta will not play another game this series.
Freddie Anderson will be in the next game. My gosh, he almost let that one squeak in.
Ronta sucks. He may be worse than Tristan Jarry was that series against Pittsburgh.
No. We were scoring 5 goals a game against him.
Okay, but the goals, we don't have as many shots as we do against Pittsburgh at that time period on a Hickey level. Score, Palmieri, says Patrick V. Joseph C says, how could it be that you and Grumpy were wrong, TJ, when Phil's Facts said it was a coin flip? Yeah.
This series is not a coin flip.
No, we have to miserable play by Palmieri or miserable play by Ronta is going to have to help keep us in too. We're going to have the fantastic goaltending. Hey, bounces have to go away too. I'm not complaining. Islanders JJ says people bitch about Dobson's defense, but Aho gets nothing. Yeah, people only bitch about certain players.
True.
Let's take a look here. Okay. If you watch Toronto game, their goaltender interference, they gave it a good goal, so you just can't make up. They just can't make up their mind. That's what I was about to say. It's tough. I mean, I thought Brind'Amour probably should have challenged that, but if you lose that challenge, I think you give up a goal immediately thereafter, and it changes the entire tenor of the game. The Islanders have looked. This is the best third period. This is the best period they've played tonight. Would you not agree?
This is the best period they've played in the series. Oh my God.
They've looked good. They've looked good this third period.
Everything is the same for the Islanders though. It's like we'll send a guy up the middle, have a guy go corner, throw it to the front of the net, and hopefully Ronta doesn't know where the hell the puck is right now. He looks really weak out there.
Ronta looks awful. And that's good.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh, big save by Sorokin with the man in front. Look at Sorokin making the play, chipping it out of there.
Guys are slipping all over the freaking ice, man. Oh, I'll tell you. Alan Avital said, get Palmieri to the top line. He might be a better fit than Anders Lee.
He can only play the right side, though, right? He can only play the right side. Isn't that the bullshit excuse we had last year? He's a veteran, but he can't play on the left side.
2 years ago, too. 2 years ago.
So what are you going to do? Make Barzell play on his off wing too? He's not a center anymore. He plays the right wing, and now we're going to make him on the left wing because a scabby-ass old vet can't adjust? Sorry, no. Islanders
need to make sure they still keep the same level of dominance. I think they've been, oh my God, it's good to see the first 7 minutes. We've looked a better team. It's the first time I feel like I could say that for the.
But there's been
the
no
series.
chances. The whole thing is there's been no
There
chances.
has. There's just been chaos and pandemonium. And that's the only way we score. Chaos and pandemonium.
Yeah, true.
Ronta isn't that good, says AJ Piazza.
He
Absolutely.
sucks.
He's awful. Palmieri's awesome, says Frank. Put him in the top line. I'd move Horvat, at least get an assist before they're eliminated. Oh, I hope that Horvat at least gets an assist before he's eliminated, says Michael Law. Horvat sucks, says Apex Legends. Grumpy old man says he likes this guy. That's a grumpy old man L. Yes, it is.
I'm willing to give him some time playing with Matt Barzal. Not the playoffs. I'm talking about next year.
Oh,
and I did his thing. I did want to trade for him. I'd take him as a free agent. 8.5 is too much, though. I mean, why not give him 10? I mean, what's the difference, right?
Why have the refs gotten in the way of multiple fights tonight? Good question. I don't know.
They don't want fighting.
Paulo C says we're snake bitten against Carolina, dating back to when we got swept in 4 straight games. We just don't have any. We just don't have any luck against them, and for some reason, we can't put the puck in the net against this team. Tell you, we've had definitely some fortunate bounces go our way today, and miserable play by the other team. Hey, it's a tie game. Let me ask you this: the longer this game stays tied, who do you think it favors more, Carolina or the Islanders?
It increases the chance of a lucky goal because I mean that's how we're going to score. It's going to be a lucky goal. We have no really sustained. We're not a really good team. We're just not.
I agree. The longer this game stays tied, the better that is for the Islanders.
Unless the Islanders score. Because the Islanders score, Carolina is going to open it up then. Right now, they're playing kind of conservative too.
They both are. But I tell you this. You're right. I think the longer this game stays tied, the more that favors the Islanders because there's just the chance of a lucky, fluky goal going in. And I think the Islanders are able to load guys in front of the net, get a lucky deflection, or a fortuitous, let me say a fortuitous deflection, because not all deflections are lucky, but a fortuitous deflection that puts us in the lead. Absolutely.
I call it a fortuitous bounce.
A fortuitous bounce. Goal, you name it, it could be it. Let's see here. Okay. We messed the net too much, says Matthew C. Horvat will be a point-of-game player with Barzal and Wahlstrom and a real left wing, not Lee. Well, Wally would have to play left wing on that scenario because, Horvat centers, Matt Barzal right wing, Wally left wing. Michael Law, Grumpy.
Horvat is slow, not a good passer and a defensive liability. He's a 60-point player who has never had chemistry with anyone except Tanner Pearson. Sad.
Boys, as much as I freaking hate Romanoff, you got to admit he'd be a better improvement over Bolduc or Aho. Come on, yes, he would. He'd be better than Bolduc or Aho right now.
Yep,
absolutely.
Particularly Aho. Yeah, both of them. Bolduc, he's in the deep water right now.
Yep, and he's just not. And I'm not going to hold it against Bolduc. He's just not ready for it.
Nietzsche's coming up a little lame too.
The game just stopped.
Boys, as much as you freaking hate Roman, we already read
that one, Grumpy.
You don't know what the F you're talking about. He's a great passer, saved the goal from going in front of the net, stopping, and Nietzsche's is going back to the room. Another loss for Carolina.
Yep. I'll let you continue to read that there, Grumpy.
Kings are very good. I'll say they got a big push from the officials in the third period, but LA's very good, no question. Here's the thing. Edmonton sucks. Edmonton's a loser. They don't play any defense.
I like Edmonton.
Yeah. They're good, they're good for fantasy.
I thought they got a big help too by the officials as well. And let's see here. Bring back Bailey, says James F. The Islanders are taking the body more, it seems. Yes, the Islanders score.
Oh, geez. Reverse hit on Martin. He shakes it off. Slavin comes out the other side.
Holy shit, you're right. That was a huge hit. It was a good Martin, man. I tell you, Martin over there playing well. Martin I tell you one thing, he's tried to do anything he can to alter the game. And I got to give hats off to Matt Martin.
Yeah.
Islanders DJ said, holy shit, 2 goals. We're going all the way. He said, there it is. Oh, man. Oh, good gracious. Ronta sucks, says Robert Marshall.
Absolutely
he does. Who else besides Matty B? to show up and save the day.
Absolutely.
No, we're a better team without Matty B. Don't you remember our record is so much better without Matt Barzal? It doesn't matter that he's scoring goals to tie the game up or anything like that. That does not
2-1 Bruins over the Panthers late in the second period.
Panthers over the Bruins. 2-1 Panthers over the Bruins, Grump.
Isn't that what I said?
You said Bruins over the Panthers.
All right, it's the other way around. Panthers 2, Bruins 1.
Fire D-cut. Higher Barzy! Yeah!
There you go.
Oh, man. Just did cartwheel into splits at the bar. Yes.
I'm going to bet that's what he says he did, but I bet if there's video evidence, it does not look like that.
Oh, Grumpy.
Maybe in his mind, that's what he thought he did, but probably not.
Yes. There it is, Grumpy. You love when everybody goes, yes, a million times.
I hate that. I'm just ignoring it.
Oh, the Islanders take the lead. Brock Nelson scores.
Breakaway. Oh, another one. He let this again, the same area right through the glove.
Yeah, I think they pull Ronta. You got to pull
Absolutely got to pull him. Absolutely.
He blows cock.
He's got to
See you
come
later,
out.
Ronta.
He's got to come out. You cannot
I mean, like that's not a goal you want to let in.
You cannot let that. That's
this Islander fan in the crowd looks shocked too because he's like, "Holy fuck, we've been outplayed and we're winning." The third period was good. I don't know how. Oh shit, my game.
Here's what happened though, right? The defenseman he tried to pinch up. It was Nietzsche's again. Nietzsche's is terrible defensively for them, just terrible. He's always trying to jump a play. He just does not play positionally at all. He just came back from the room, so maybe he gets a little bit of a pass. The same thing as before.
I'll tell you one thing. Freddie Anderson's definitely starting game 3.
Yep, guaranteed. Guaranteed.
Islanders in the lead. Well, here's the one unfortunate thing. The Islanders are going to be laying back in their own zone, absorbing 57 shots in the remaining 10 minutes of the game. I can promise you that much.
I mean, honestly, huge comeback, right? Down 2-0 after that fluky goal, come back, score the next 3.
Yeah, Andrew Gross just said, if Freddie Anderson's healthy to play game 3, I'd put my money on him starting. Yeah, he's looking fucking miserable tonight, Ronta. He is awful.
Terrible. I'd even put the kid with the P in his name in there.
Purkiev or whatever the hell it is. This is the first Islanders lead all series long. And this is a game where we have been, I'd say.
Yeah, we played the third period is the best period we played all year.
All series.
Yeah, all series.
And Carolina gets caught hanging up the ice. A nice job by Adam Pelech picking the puck off. And there's an
Why is Pelech behind the net with the 3-2 lead? Why on God's green?
They must want to give up a goal. I don't understand why he's behind the net either. It's just dumb. They want to give up a goal, I guess. Goon says, do you think Josh Bailey feels bad about the current situation? And if so, how bad does he feel? I don't think he gives I don't really care how he feels, to be honest with you.
Me neither.
Yeah, I'm sure he feels like he could help, but he ain't shit. I mean, that's the best way to put it. Is that okay? Aho holding on to the stick, but hey, here we go. I don't anticipate that any penalty will be called the remainder of this game.
Oh man, Kane's putting a lot of pressure on now.
I told you they're going to have like 50 shots in the remaining 10 minutes because they're
pinching up again in the center ice area. Matt Barzal just does a nice chip pass, nice deflection away by the Carolina player, but they're going to get burned like that. How many of those opportunities are because Carolina is getting exposed in the neutral zone right down the middle?
Carolina only has 2 shots in the third period. They've been dominated this third period. Absolutely dominated. They have not played well this third period. Ronta blow. Yeah, Carolina 0-5 in the playoffs all time against Carolina. So no one volunteers themselves to be in Cleveland. That's true. Boys, instead of Phil's facts, how about Phil's naps? Am I right though? I did see that somebody tweeted that at me. That's not bad. Yeah, it's gonna be a freaking it is going to be a freaking nerve-wracking last 8 minutes of play. I'll tell you that much. Nerve-wracking to say the Jesus Christ. Sorokin's going to have to earn his future big contract tonight.
We're so lucky to have him in goal.
Brock Nelson's still missing a tooth.
Go ahead. Next comment.
It's possible that Lou Lamoriello knows exactly what he's doing and is merely fooling us all. No.
Nope.
He does not. Let's see here. Was it a simple misunderstanding today with Max Scherzer? We'll talk about that tomorrow. Tomorrow, Goon.
On the DJ and the Grumpy Old Man Show. Got to tune in. Got a lot of exciting stuff.
What time, Grumpy? Tell people what time, TJ and the Grumpy Old Man. What is TJ and the Grumpy Old Man, Grumpy?
It's a twice a week all sports podcast with TJ as whatever it is that he does. me, the grumpy old man, and Son X, and we talk about everything sports. The good, the bad, the ugly.
Where can you find it? Where can you find this show?
And the link in description below.
Or as a featured page, or as a featured page on our YouTube channel.
There you go. And hey, everybody who's listening, hey, hit the like button.
Yeah, I was about to say, if you enjoy the content, make sure you hit the like button.
Why? Because we've been told that it does something to the algorithm.
There it is. Ponyboy Curtis says, Ronta sucks, bro. He's a fucking backup.
He is a backup. He is the backup.
He sucks. That's right. Very, very fortunate. Paulo C. Grumpy.
We have to shoot a lot more and put bodies in front of the net to cause traffic and stop playing around with the puck. We have to know who's in the net for them. Absolutely. Yeah, he looked shook coming out this period. Everything was like, I
understand Frederik Andersen's not healthy, but why is he on the bench?
If he can't play, he shouldn't be out there.
That's my well. No, Frederik Andersen no, he's not on the ice, but he's on the bench.
If he can't play, he shouldn't even be on. They put the P kid in there.
Yeah, I don't understand why he's on the bench. Islanders JJ says F- turns into F, but only for today. Yep, I agree. Is honey an acceptable substitute for syrup on flapjacks? No, syrup or nothing, buddy. Syrup or nothing, goon goon.
Yep, it's Nietzsche's again. He did the same thing against Dallas too. Against Jersey,
he just got walked around. My God, that was
just walked around. He's a liability defensively.
Trying to lay a hit and just gets fucking. I mean, just walked around.
Hey, just play your man. Big save by Sorokin.
He's just playing like a pile of shit. Good. Just gets fucking walked around.
Just play your man.
That's a shitty. Well, now the Islanders are up to. Hey, we're only going to forecheck one guy. The Islanders have 3 unanswered goals. Is right.
Yep.
So yeah, absolutely.
Islanders had to win this game to have any chance of winning the series. Had to win today.
I agree. Good. I'm glad we're hurting them, says Frank. Oh, no. Grumpy, you should be at this game. WTF, bro.
No. You see a lot more on TV. And how am I going to do the show if I'm at the game?
Anthony Rizzi says, hey, Win, go find a Canes podcast. Oh, wait. Your loser fans have none. Oh, damn. Wow. Sorry, Wind. Holy shit. And just like that, Carolina ties it up. The sharp angle wrist.
Oh my God. How did that one go in?
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Slavin scores again. 2 goals for Slavin.
What the fuck is going on here? Are you shitting me? And now all the momentum's on Carolina.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Here's the thing. You look at Sorokin. He's calm as a cucumber. The others up there, he's chewing his nails. His eyes are wide. Oh my God! Don't put another puck on net.
It's a home game, though. I think the crowd's now 100% behind Carolina. God damn it.
The crowd is always behind Carolina.
I mean, it's just even more.
No, it was knocked in by Pelech. Pelech scored today.
Pulak.
Good job, Pelech.
Pulak scored. God damn it, Pulak.
Oh no! Holy.
Pulak scored on him.
Was it off Pelech's stick? Pulak's stick?
No, it's off the back of his head, Grumpy.
Oh.
It's off the back of Sorokin's head. Holy shit! Slavin just throws the puck towards the net, and he fucking finds a way to put it in. Jesus Christ! My God. You don't see goals like that every day.
Okay. They got some hurricane guy going, let's go.
That's what I mean.
He's wearing a camo Canes hat. It's a bad look. I'm sorry, sir.
Look, I'm telling you, the fans in Carolina are waving their little white towels. They're going crazy over there.
They're using to soak up their tears just a couple of minutes ago. All right. I was wrong. Well, I don't know if I'm wrong. Whoever scored the 3rd goal I said was going to win. So I think the Islanders are still going to win.
The Islanders they both scored a 3rd goal. So
Sorokin with a save, huge rebound though. Islanders are on the ropes a little bit right now.
I'm telling you, I think all the momentum is now in Carolina's favor. The 3rd, when you tie the game up late like that, it could go overtime. I think this game's going overtime. You know what that means? I don't get to fucking eat dinner for a long time.
Hey, let me tell you something. I haven't eaten all day today.
Why are you not eating all day? Whose fault is that, huh, Grump?
Because you sprung it on me that we're going on an hour so early. So I'm like, okay, well, that means I'm not going to get to eat.
Hold the phone, Grumpy. Hold the phone.
Does
that hold on?
A couple bottles of water today. That's it.
That should not have affected you, freaking Grumpy. That should not have affected you eating the lunch. Okay?
Oh, what a save, Sorokin! Holy shit,
Sorokin gonna keep. Oh my God! And that was a borderline, a little bit of a. Oh my God!
Nietzsche said I can't play offense either.
Nietzsche's blows. Nietzsche's is not good. You're not going to catch
ready to score. I can feel it.
Oh my God. Oof. It's a wide open games, ladies and gentlemen. I don't like that. That is not good for the Islanders. Was that Grumpy?
It's more fun to watch. Honestly, it's more fun to watch, but
it's more fun to watch, but not good for the Islanders is right. There's a reason why we stopped about 55 games into the season playing an open style of hockey, because it did not bode well for us. Oh God.
Oh no, thank goodness. It's getting a little nerve-wracking right now, I gotta admit.
I told you we're gonna have a nervous ending to this game. Holy shit! Does anybody know if Stahl played a minute in the second period? I'm not sure. Let me check.
He did.
Did he? He was on the bench, but I'm not sure if he played.
I think he played. Yeah, I think he played.
What, Grump?
Let's talk about the Rangers, TJ, your favorite team. Why don't you tell us some
comments, Grumpy, please? As I'm trying to pull up if he played a minute.
Yeah, I thought that too, and we could film Grumpy Old Man at game. Imagine the unlimited memes Dree could have. Yeah, it would. Well, I mean, TJ can tell you, when I'm in the enemy arena, I really don't care.
Yeah. Not good, though, Grumpy. Let you continue.
But it's fun, but I'm fun and I'm entertaining. So it's so over the top that no one really gets mad. Grumpy Barzal doesn't look injured to me. He absolutely still looks like he cannot skate 100%. Don't forget, he didn't play for 2 months. It just takes a little bit of time, but now he has scored. Watch out. He's not the same skater yet. I don't know if he will be in the playoffs. I don't know.
I'm trying to read to see if he's come back or not. But I'll let you continue reading here, Grumpy.
Frank says, have you noticed how Pelech and Pulak have played good this series, guys?
No, he's not.
Totally disagree.
Tim J, Grumpy.
Man, they're just coming in waves now, Carolina. Bailey couldn't play much worse than Lee. Get him off the first line. Yeah, Lee's been invisible.
Follow C, Grumpy.
If we can win this game, I see a turnaround in the series. We will play much better for the rest of the series. I believe we will win the series, but we have to win tonight.
If we win tonight, I think we can win the series. If we lose tonight, I feel like this is a big loss.
Gosh, that goal was scored from behind the end line.
I know. He just threw it off the back of the helmet. There's nothing that Sorokin can do there either.
Now, see, in the olden days, that goal never goes in because the guy's right up against the post and you can't, they're down, so you can't bang it off the head.
Pony Curtis, Grumpy.
Boys, I'm going to the Portland Winterhawks game tonight. Wow.
There it is. Winterhawks, enjoy. Hold my Islanders, Grumpy.
Time to have a repeated 2019 second round where we got swept by the Canes.
Oh, no.
I got to say, coming back from 2-0, going up 3-2, if you lose this game, it's a downer.
That's what I just said. I said if we lose tonight's game, the way we played it and the way we fought back, it's going to be hard to come back.
WHL playoffs. I'll give my scouting report on who was draftable the next podcast. Well, we don't have any picks, so it doesn't matter.
Greg Frost, Grumpy.
I worked in an adult bar in Hamilton, and Messier came in, and he was the loudest, most obnoxious jerk I ever met. The owner wouldn't let me kick him out. The ladies hated him.
Yeah. I swear to God, Phil's Facts just said, he just texted me, said, Ilya giving away the game twice. Wasn't on my bingo card. I'm telling you, he's a lunatic. He's a lunatic. If he's watching tonight, Phil's Facts, this one goes out to you, lunatic, Phil. Lunatic. Brett W.
Would you trade Horvat for Huberdeau? Just a thought. What do you think, DJ?
Every day of the week and twice on Sunday.
I don't know what I think Huberdeau's numbers were down from last year, but
Huberdeau plays the current style of NHL. Horvat does not.
I think we have to give
the Islanders are going to the penalty kill. Jesus
2, 3,
Christ.
4, 5. There's 5 guys out there.
The Islanders are about to go to the penalty kill. Islanders are about to go to the B40 says Carolina fans have the lowest teeth.
Oh, well, I'll tell you what. Pulak took the penalty. I'm fine with that. Absolutely fine with it.
He cross-checked him right. Yeah.
He dragged him down, but he walks out front. Maybe Sorokin makes a save. It was him and the goalie coming across.
Yep. He had to take that penalty.
Actually, first he made the pass to him, and then he tripped him.
He did go ahead and set him.
Nice job, Pulak. You want him on the penalty kill, man. This is a big penalty kill right here.
Jeez, 5 minutes and 30 seconds remaining.
You need to stop reading Twitter.
You upset that I'm telling you what's happening before it happens?
Yeah, because I'm watching the game live.
What happens when you go,
how are you going to get,
and
how are you going to get a real reaction when you tell me what's happened and I haven't seen it?
Okay, Grumpy. I won't tell you what happens.
You will. You're going to do it because that's what you do.
I'll be quiet. Don't worry. Nick D said, you know how you can change the dynamics of the Islanders? Fire Lou Lamoriello!
Absolutely.
Paul Mary plays well against Carolina. He should be on the ice more often.
Carolina definitely has ratcheted up their play.
Yes, absolutely had. They were playing conservative, and as soon as that goal the Islanders scored, it's like we go back to playing the way we play.
I never understand why teams and you see it a lot in sports, right? I mean, they had two guys in front. Nice job by Mayfield keeping the net front clean. That's what a big save from Sorokin.
Huge. Sorokin's great, man. Oof. Lucky that Aho didn't get that deflection on it.
Our Aho or their Aho?
Either or. Our Aho doesn't touch the penalty kill, so it had to be their Aho.
Quaterbuck doing a nice job. Oh, nice. Oh, almost got it. Almost got it. This game is getting exciting. Can't help but watch it.
Look at Nietzsche's up fucking ice over here. Nietzsche's blows. Oh, Christopher C said, why are the Hurricanes called the Jerks? They just call themselves.
They call themselves that.
Yeah. Stefan Nosen almost put one in, too, with a wide open chance. But, hey, good job. Good job. Noah Dobson out there in the penalty kill. Killing that penalty. Let's go, Dobson, baby. Joseph C said, Don Cherry called their fans a bunch of jerks after a post-game celebrations. There it is. There's the Don Cherry born name. I love Don Cherry. I wish they put him back on the air.
They won't. They're scared.
Don Cherry is he was hockey.
Yep.
Ugh. Oh, man, oh, man. He's a punk. I don't know who's a punk. But effing Lee. Lee is invisible. Does Martin get suspended for turning Stahl into a stool? No.
He should. I mean, gosh, man, that's a brutal. Here's the thing. If he would have missed some time, absolutely would have been.
But I think he came back in the second period. I'm not sure. I think he took a shift or two in the second period. So I don't think he gets a suspension. If he was hurt.
Sorokin is lights out on this penalty kill.
He's great, man. He's fantastic. I just need to ask Phil. I'm like, hey, has he given the game away yet? He's fucking Phil's facts. Phil's fucking fiction. No penalties. Keep taking the body.
Here's the thing. Phil will tell you sometimes he's great, sometimes he's not great because he's a flip-flop.
He's a Philly flip-flop. But Curtis said, I like seeing Dobson and Barzal low-key getting involved in that line brawl. Laughing my ass off. Mr. B, Grumpy says, if you could see into the future, would either of you had take the offer to see the outcome of the next 15 Islander seasons? 15.
Yes. Yes, I would.
In this situation, Mr. B, can I search anything I want as many times as I want? Because if that's the case, then sure.
It's funny. It's funny because Son X asked me the other day. He's like, you know what? You're probably never going to be alive again to watch the Islanders win a Stanley Cup. And I'm like, you know what? You're probably right.
Yeah. Another penalty kill. The Islanders kill off the penalty. They're 1-6 on the power play today, Carolina. The Islanders have killed off 5 power plays. Good job by Carolina. They've had they've been dialing out the pressure. My God, this game's going to go to overtime, Grump.
We don't know.
Yeah! Overtime inbound. Oh, baby. Craig K said, God, we're changing the lines. We need to spark something.
Well, took a lead there.
Yeah. I love Martin, but I know every time he has a scoring chance, he's likely not scoring.
Dobson's out there with Aho now. That's a recipe for freaking disaster.
Is that going to be an icing? Nope. Nice beforehand. Carolina.
The Islanders right now. The Islanders doing that crazy Islander thing, just
loading everybody in front of the net and throwing every puck they can.
Yep.
That was a lazy. I don't know who the hell that was by Carolina. Lazy play. Oh my God, Carolina. They had only 23. They were being outshot 23 to 22 shots. They just had 9 unanswered shots. Or I'm sorry, they had 8 unanswered shots on net.
Well, they ratcheted it up. They had to. Carolina knows this really for them. I'm not saying it's must win, but it's a game that they're like,
you
okay,
don't lose at home. We won no games on the road last playoffs.
You're up 2-0. You should never lose that game
at home
in the playoffs.
At home, too.
Not for a team that's really good defensively. 2 goals, that should be over.
Anthony Rizzo said, yes, baby. You see, guys, that Martin hit turned the game around. Did you notice how the Canes started to back off? And because of that, we've had more and more room.
I don't know. I don't know about that. It was right at the end of the period. So
it was a snipe by Brock. You two always complain. Oh, no, that was not a snipe.
No. What right? Shit. It went right to his arm.
I'm telling you, I think we can, the longer this stay tied.
Dobson with a great job back there. Great job, Dobson.
Holy shit. That was definitely, that should have probably been a penalty against Dobson as much
he
as
did a great job. Who are you kidding? Stop this man. Shut him down.
I'll tell you one thing. As much as I love Dobson, that probably is a penalty.
There's no penalty. What's this guy throwing up his hands?
Oh, I want to see that replay. Yeah.
I had a step on him. No way. That is not a penalty.
Oh, really?
Great job, Dobson. Look at him. He went down. He gets up. Foss takes a flop. No penalty call.
I love Noah Dobson, but maybe that could have been called.
What?
It wasn't.
What? He didn't even touch him.
A bit. No.
No.
I don't complain. Hey, it goes our way. I'll tell you one thing. This Carolina defense, as good as they've looked at times, have looked very vulnerable at times. You're right. Those fast breaks in the middle, there's just so much space to be had. So much space to be had for the damn Islanders. So much space for us to exploit. Come on, Mayfield. Don't get caught up.
2 minutes of regulation. Mayfield flubs it not once, but twice. Oh, there's Anders Lee. Just throws it down the ice. Can't do anything else, a piece of shit.
Just icing the puck out. No, I didn't ice it.
No, he didn't ice it.
Christopher C said, no, keep Ronta. We gotta get them on the run, TJ. Don't ruin it.
There's no way Ronta starts next game. No way.
Sal P said Freddie Anderson is not on the bench. He said he was sick. Okay, maybe I made a mistake then. He was sick. Okay, I'll be honest with you. How the hell are you sick?
Man, Carolina's getting all the chances here last minute.
My God, you're right. And you know it's bad when Sorokin's looking over his shoulder like, that one didn't hit me. That one going to the net.
Yeah. Approaching a minute to go.
Come on, Islanders.
Next goal wins. I'm going to tell you that much, DJ.
I'm going to make a bold prediction. This next goal might determine the outcome of the game. Just maybe. So. Oh, my God. Oh, shit. Can you stop saying every Islander goal was a softie?
Dobson. Oh.
I thought that honestly was going to go above his shoulder.
So did I.
Sure, we can stop. We'll just not mention the other goals the Islanders scored. That's fine. Said, what,
just missed the net on Sorokin on that one. You're right. He looked back. Well, where is it?
When I saw him look over his shoulder, I was like, uh-oh. I'm like, that means he definitely thought that had a chance of going in.
If it was Ronta, they just should have shot the puck at him, and it would have went in.
Point of Curtis said, say what you want about Nelson, Grumpy, but he is one of the only consistent guys on this team for the last 3 years.
Absolutely. 100% correct.
Okay. Brock Nelson.
He's not great. He's not great. He's a really good player.
Forward on this team. He's the second best forward on this team.
Let's go, Dobson.
Only one better is Matt Barzal. He's the second best forward on this team. I don't even think it's close. Oh, we're about to get some pandemonium. Some chaos. Captain Chaos.
Break it loose.
We're headed to overtime. Okay.
How do you know?
I know, Grumpy.
Oh, because you're reading it. Because you're again.
Headed to overtime.
Thomas Force,
Carolina fans suck. TJ's correct. I know they absolutely suck, Grumpy. I'm sorry. I know a few Carolina fans too. They don't know anything about the sport. They claim to do. I'm not a fan of the Hurricane fans. Okay, Grumpy. They're a bunch of jerks.
Well, that'll help us get to more comments.
Well, we're almost caught up. I've been kind of selecting comments here.
Oh, okay.
I agree with Rizzy, bro. It's okay to drink the orange and blue Kool-Aid every once in a while. It's okay to be a fan. I was under belief that we were going to win that game in regulation, and now it's headed to overtime. God almighty. B40, Grumpy.
With Bailey gone, we don't have to hear those idiot attention seekers sing that dumb song. Exactly.
I kind of like that song. Hey, Josh.
Next. Come on, we got a lot of comments, DJ. A lot of comments.
Oh my God.
I'm playing advantage. A lot of comments. Let's go.
Clear advantage in net, says Elon Avatar. Absolutely. I agree. Nick D, Grumpy.
Remember last Saturday when Phil said the Islanders will make it to the conference finals? That's a knee slapper, Phil.
I think they can win tonight. I'll put it like that. And Frank said every time the Islanders score, TJ and the man complained about the other team didn't do better. LOL. Like they get upset when we score.
Nope. I see weak goals. I call them weak goals.
Sure.
I see fluky goals on when we get scored on. Those are fluky goals.
Like I'm not blaming Sorokin on either of those two goals.
Banged him off the helmet. Lucky.
I was about to say
that's a lucky goal.
Sure.
They've had 2 lucky goals today. Let's be honest.
Yep.
We've
had a few lucky goals. They've had a few lucky goals. It's evened out.
Rontas give up 2 weakies. They had 2 lucky goals.
Sure.
And their coach was too dumb to challenge obvious goaltender interference. It cost them. Good for you, Rob Brindamore. Who said that Phil? I think Phil said he didn't like Rob Brindamore as a coach.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Exhibit 1A right there.
Patrick V says it's the end of an era for Bailey.
Is this the end of the era for Bailey? Yes.
It was an exclamation point, so I thought he meant to say it is, but maybe he meant to say is. I thought it would be a question mark at the end. I don't know, Grumpy. There's usually a lot of those. But anyway, Nick D says, going back to last Sunday about Andrew Dice Clay, little boy blue.
He needed the money. Oh.
Okay. Drew L. Grumpy.
If the Phoenix Coyotes still existed today, they'd be looking down at Ranta in shame.
That's right. I forgot he used to play for Phoenix. Put up our Curtis, Grumpy.
Phil does flip-flop quite a lot. He went on betting money against the Islanders making the playoffs to betting we make the Eastern Conference final. What a clown. It's true. If you look at here's the thing. Phil said, yeah, I'm proven right. Yeah, but he talks so much shit both ways. He's always going to be right because he takes every single angle, usually well within the same day. Love you, Phil.
Oh, man.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to have to make sure when we score the winning goal that I do not scream because the warden will get very upset. And I know I'm going to have to hear from her.
I'm going to have to stay quiet to make sure when I get the text because I usually see the film after you see it. But maybe I won't ruin it, Grumpy.
You will. You'll ruin it. You already did. You said the game is over. I'm like, what?
A bad goal. CB40, that is not a bad goal Sorokin gave up.
No.
I don't know how you can blame Sorokin for that. Another bad angle goal. Jesus Christ. Yeah, sure. Bad
helmet. Lucky. It was lucky. It was lucky. It was a lucky goal.
See, God damn it, Sorokin. See, this is what I don't like. Sorokin is the only thing that keeps us in these games. He's not going to be able to control something hitting off the back side of his helmet.
Yeah. Let's put Varlamov in net. See how that turns out for you.
Varlamov is down. We've given up 5 goals already today. Varley's in that. Here we go. Same old, same old. What do you expect?
No, don't be a defeatist. I think we're going to win this game. I just have a feeling.
Can't win an effing face-off, says Elon Avatel. We do win them when Horvat's in the dot. That's one thing.
It's funny how it's like a roller coaster of emotions watching Islander game with the fans.
Roberts, it's freaking playoff hockey, Grumpy. Robert M. Grump.
I don't know why they teach these goalies to drop to their knees. Just stand tall. No, because most of the pucks are down low, so you're covering more of the bottom of the net.
Mm-hmm.
You really have to really be able to pick spots to score goals up top, like top shelf.
Elon Avatel says Horvat and Lee have been horrific tonight.
Absolutely. Invisible. They've been invisible.
How many power plays?
Not many.
Have we gotten tonight? Like
1?
2?
2? Okay.
Like 1 or 2?
Not many.
We got the one. Well, I guess technically that wasn't a power play, but they did commit the penalty. They committed 2 penalties, I think, but it was a 4-on-4. Another penalty. Can't win a face-off. Answer none. I thought we've had 1 power. Maybe we haven't had any power plays. Okay. 6 penalties to none, says Andrew L. Okay. Well,
okay. I thought we had 1. Maybe no. I think there was 1 penalty goal against them, but it was during that 4-minute advance. So maybe they haven't had a power play. We haven't spent a whole lot of time in their zone either.
Tough to do. Yeah. Johnny Mac.
Soft trip call with 3-3 tie in the play. No, that one you got to call. That one you got.
Mark Messier is talking about how the margin for error for the Islanders is so small that when we had a lead like that in a situation to win and we didn't, that could affect us. Something like that. Blah blah blah. Mark Messier.
I don't think Messier likes the Islanders either.
It's almost like he played for a team that didn't like the Islanders too. Grumpy. What team was that again?
He remembers when they beat us in the playoffs that year. Shit.
Aho has not been terrible so far in the series. And Bolduc is absolutely clueless.
I disagree. Okay. He's not been terrible. He's not been good. And Bolduc, he's a rookie. See, that's the thing. As the series goes on further and further, what happens if you're just playing like 4 defensemen or 4.5 defensemen? They get worn down.
Yeah. Get banged up, get injured, tear shoulders. You know how it is. B40 said, we can't lose. We can't get any loose pucks ever.
They're faster than we are. They get to the spot before we do.
Great job, Dobson, after a horrific turnover by Dobson. He made up for his own mistake. That's the nicest way to put it. It was a shitty turnover by him.
Pulak had to draw a penalty. He had to commit a penalty after his horrible pass to Jarvis right in front of the net. No one's saying that.
That's true, because he's been the best defender on our team, don't you remember, as we've seen in the comments.
The jealousy about Dobson's greatness is disturbing.
The jealousy of the $10 million man is freaking running rampant around here, Grumpy.
Who do you think's going to score that? Here's the thing.
Game-winning goal is going to be Anders Lee on a deflection.
It won't be. All-time playoff records, Islanders 40-22, 645 winning percentage. Hurricanes not bad either, 27-17, 614, third highest. Islanders are the highest. We used to, back in the day, we never lost an overtime game, ever. That game went to overtime. That was a win.
Overtime playoff game, that is.
2-2, Boston and Florida. Let's see what happens. Oh, no! From Reigns, 3-2, Panthers, 19-13. Let them go in the third period.
Wow. Holy shit. Damn. That's
the Florida Panthers are battling back against the Boston Bruins.
Do the Florida Panthers take out Boston?
No.
In round 1, Grumpy.
Doubtful.
Andrew L.
This Canes crowd might be on the spectrum, complaining about calls and saying, refs, you suck. They've had all the power plays. Well, maybe they think they deserve more.
I'm telling you,
it's just like, okay.
It's every team complains about the officials on each game and every fucking playoffs game. That's how it works. You get every fucking call and you're going to complain because they're going to complain, oh, well, they screwed us on the goaltender interference. They didn't call on the ice and our guy didn't challenge, but they screwed us. Well, the Islanders got screwed because they've given 6 power play opportunities for the Carolina Hurricanes and 0 for us. There's people complain about the officials always.
Here's the thing. You hear the refs, you suck chant in every single stadium, every single game by the home team, every single game.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say at UBS Arena on Friday, we may hear refs, you suck.
Yes.
Refs, you suck.
100% agree.
Oh, man. It's an overtime. B40 said on the 36th anniversary of the Easter epic, we go to overtime. That has to be a good omen.
Wouldn't you feel better if it was like an even? No, this is not the 36th anniversary. That was like a couple of weeks ago.
I don't know.
It's a couple of weeks ago. And wouldn't it be better if it was like a round number, like 40 or 35 or 30?
JP says anybody's game now. Who's going to be the hero?
Matty B is going to be the hero. It's going to be Matty B.
X
or Dobson.
I think it's going to be either him or it's going to be Anders Lee.
It's not
Maybe we'll get Jean-Gabriel Pageau. I've got a JG Pageau feel to this if the Islanders win.
You know who I'm not picking? Anybody from Carolina. I don't see us. I don't see us losing tonight. Just got a feeling. And here's the thing. It's going to be pretty goal. It's going to be Ronta will get beat from a long different shot, or it's going to be one of those scramble in front of the net. Something chips in, goes in, net goals. And Islanders special.
Man, Pageau's been invisible this series. That's why I'm picking him to score, Drew. Thanks for the $5 million, Lou. Oh, God. Patrick V said, I hate the Hurricanes. I prefer them when they used to be the Whalers.
I like them when they're Hurricanes because then I get to see NHL games down here where I live.
Tommy Shredder said, this is tough to watch here. Yahoo redirect in our own net is so deflating.
Right. But
my God. Did you just see that one-time opportunity that freaking Boston missed? Holy shit on the power play. Wide open in front of the net. Hits the fucking post pasta.
You know that Bergeron is out, which really pisses me off because he was one of the guys I picked in that pool we're playing.
He's sick too.
He's got a back injury. That's his issue.
I thought he was sick. Never mind.
He was supposedly. He's got a back injury.
Do you think? I think Boston scores to tie this game.
They think he might be out for the whole series, Bergeron.
Really?
Which really hurts me in that pool. Just saying.
In your fantasy pool, Grumpy.
That's all I care about. That's right.
Let's make overtime predictions. Okay. So we've got it. We've already made ours. I'm thinking Jean-Gabriel Pageau. Who do you think scores, Grumpy?
It's going to be one of two. It's either going to be Matty B or Dobson putting a puck on net and something bounces, deflects, flip flops, and goes in the
So
net.
I'll give you 2 picks. I'm going to pick Jean-Gabriel Pageau and Anders Lee. Who are you picking?
I'm not picking Anders Lee.
Okay, instead of Anders Lee, I'll pick Bo Horvat. Horvat with the goal.
I'll pick Barzell or Dobson.
All right, I'll go Bo Horvat.
Or it might be Parise.
It's gonna be a fluky goal.
It's gonna
those are the guys who score the fluky goals. Him or Anders Lee or Bo Horvat or Jean-Gabriel Pageau.
Yeah, it's either going to be one of those flukies or one from distance where Ronta says, "Oh shit."
If Carolina scores, newsflash, it's going to be a fluky goal too because it's overtime in the NHL playoffs.
I disagree. I think if they score a goal because they have a set play.
Okay.
You're not getting any. Well, I shouldn't say that. We've had 2 today, but how many fluky goals does Sorokin really give up? Not too many. Give up 2 tonight, but usually not too many, right?
Sorokin got us here. Don't put the blame.
Absolutely,
he deserves 0 blame. Sorokin.
That's right.
Sorokin could come out and shit the freaking bed, and he still would get no blame. James F said, "What a catch by Aaron Judge." I'm sure we'll talk about that tomorrow. Greg Frost said the reason we're here is Sorokin. Everybody everyone has an off game now and then. And if you think Sorokin is a problem, you don't know hockey.
And if you think Sorokin's a problem, Greg's going to sick that dog on you.
Craig K says Nelson with the overtime winner is coming. Horvat's new in the team. He's still adjusting. He's holding back a little on offense.
No. No, sorry, Frank. No. I just think he gets the benefit of the doubt till next year for me. With
this is WB says it's almost like fans are biased. What? No way. Yeah, we're biased too, just like all the other fans are. We're biased for the Islanders. I'm sure other people would say I'm biased for the Rangers or biased for another team, but no, I'm biased for the Islanders. Grumpy JP.
Just thinking on a bit of a somber note, the past few playoffs on the French telecast, Mike Bossy will be predicting who scored the goals in overtime.
Yeah.
Not making any more of those predictions.
So he's going to miss that. Anthony Rizzi said, Bossy will be nice right about now. Yeah.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Nick O says, Islanders win the cup. I'm calling it. Let's go. Oh, God. Tonight's the anniversary, Grump. Dobson scores from the point with the winner.
I think he's going to put the puck on the net. It's going to be some mad scramble. Maybe it goes in directly. Maybe deflects off of somebody. Dobson's my boy.
This is a good one. Anthony Rizzi says, if we win, it'll come from the hardest working Islander player this year. Parise. I could see Parise scoring the goal.
Parise or Palmieri. Absolutely.
Rick B says, Richie Palan for the overtime winner.
Why not?
James F said, Aho is going to do it just to cover his ass.
Well, somebody's got to.
Sezikis is getting a goal, says B40.
No, I don't think it'll be Casey.
Andrew L said, I predict 7. Oh, my God. Well, I'm going to let you know something, guys. If it goes 7 overtimes, we might not be doing a 7 overtime game. Oh, a double overtime game is even tough. Man, I'm getting hungry. Andrew L says here, I predict 7 overtimes, and Sebastian Aho scores. The Islanders won, of course. Okay. Hey, team, I hope everybody's great. Freedom Fun Adventure, man. It's a close game. It's a closey.
I don't want to see this game going like 2-3 overtimes.
No, 1 overtime. Preferably a goal quick would make me happy so I can get some dinner.
So you don't care who scores?
I want the Islanders to score, but I want a goal to be done quick.
I'll tell you what, these fans don't look like they're as excited. They got this little pig over here, or cow, whatever he is. He's spinning the little wheel now. Why don't they have something else?
That's the hurricane guy.
Yeah. There's AJ. Her hair is still holding. Not as
there
well.
It is. Hold. CJ Flip says we need a win. For certain we do. This game is a must win for us. Absolute must win. Dan L.
If I remember right, I think Sezikis scored a breakaway OT goal in game 2, so I'll go with him. There we go.
Phil's doubling down on this point that Sorokin's costing this game.
Oh, jeez. My God. Rant, every time it's the same spot. Right between the arm and the glove. Oh, that last one just, gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just banged it off his mask and it went in. Oh,
He said, going out on a limb, Fashing or Dobson with the overtime winner. I pick Clutterbuck if he's still in the game.
Why not?
David Volek.
Yeah.
Bring up Durando. At least he provides speed. David Volek is going to score the game-winning goal.
That's right. Scored a
Freedom
big one.
Says, I'm blocked from watching the game live, but let's go Islanders. I wanted the team to miss the playoffs and have a great draft position, but now that we're in it, let's win. TJ, you have a way up until it's over. Oh, you have to wait up a while till it's over. Maybe so. Yeah. Oh God. Oh no. Quick goal. Hopefully. Quick goal. Horvat in overtime, says Johnny Mac.
Whoa, that'll shut everybody up.
I said Horvat. I'm on the board. Horvat or Jean-Gabriel Pageau. Those are the two. Put up a Curtis, Grumpy.
Boys, you can say whatever you want about Butchie being a homer. He is, and that's one of the reasons I love him. But virtually all the other networks commentators are big time biased against the Islanders. It's because we're not fun to watch.
Yeah, I love Butchie. He's epic, says Frank.
What, Islanders being aggressive here to start the overtime period.
Yeah, they are. My God, Ranta just looks nervous. I'm telling you, if we put pressure and shots on that, we will score on Ranta and we will win this game.
Yeah,
absolutely.
If we had more talent, game would already be over.
A comment here from Putty Curtis saying only analyst and commentator to give us a shred of respect is Anson Carter and sometimes AJ because they're still on MSG payroll.
That's exactly right.
Yep. I don't blame them either. They should. Agree, Pony Boy.
Oh, Mary down the middle. Oh, misses the shot. Piece of shit.
Damn, Grumpy. You're ruining everything for me. My God. Brett Burns just got fucking walked around. He just got freaking deked right to the middle. He gave up the middle of the ice way too easy, Brett Burns.
That's where they're exposed, is up the middle of the ice.
Absolutely. Anthony Rizzi says here, agree, Pony Boy. Don't get a homer. I don't get that he's a homer or screws up names. I love Butchie. Or maybe I get that he does that. Carolina fans rooting for Richard Petty to score. God
maybe.
Almighty. Okay, he says he got it. Tony Chi says, okay, I'm back. Has Drew behaved? Maybe he has. Elon Avatar says Lee gets beat physically on every corner battle. And he just doesn't.
I've been saying that for how long, right? He just not the same guy anymore.
I feel like if we put shot on net against Rant, it goes in. Absolutely.
Well, he's made one save already in overtime, so.
Andrew L said, Tim, jumping the gun a bit. Yeah, Tim was like, Palmieri scores. Oh, God, no, he didn't score. Dan L says here, good point, TJ. Burns is Carlson-esque on defense. We need to take advantage of that. Their entire team just surrenders the middle of the ice like it's you don't have to fight for it.
Yes, they do. If we had team speed, we could really exploit that. Cizikas did early. Barzell did. Or Engvall did the one goal they scored the last regular season game we played them.
Oh, man. Let's see here.
Yeah, Sorokin just, yep. You know what Sorokin's saying? I'm not going to let you guys get buzzing here. Anytime the puck comes to me, I'm just going to freeze it.
Yep.
Freeze it up.
Yep, absolutely, Grumpy.
Hector Marini for the Yo-Time winner.
That's an old one.
Dallas scores first against Minnesota. That's a must-win for Dallas.
Men like Tampa Game 7. Hector Marini, yeah. Where is Pierre? Where is Pierre hiding?
He's invisible.
Was that Grump? Oh. Let's look here.
Cizikas going to the corner with this number 5 character. Chatfield. He's actually pretty good, that Chatfield kid. Young. They just throw it near Ranta. Again, Pellick throws it in. Anything can happen.
Yep. Throw the puck as many times as possible on net. I'll take a deflection off. This is a thing where good teams know and understand. Veteran teams who've been in the postseason plenty of times before know throw the puck as many times as often on net.
Very true. They're just throwing it at Ranta. Just throwing it. Good. Just throw it at him. He's waiting, dying to give you. He's dying to make you a hero, Islander fans.
He's dying to make you a hero. Oh, God. Oh, my God. I tell you, Grumpy.
Oh, Jordan Stahl scored in overtime. Blah, Leonard. Blah, man, I was bad by
Leonard. I mean, Sorokin's a million times better than Leonard.
You just watch Leonard. It's like, I remember Islanders come to the center of the ice again. There's a scramble. There's a broken stick. Somebody should be going to the box.
You're so far ahead of me. It's not even funny.
There's Pierre Engvall. Looks like you don't even have a sweat.
And that stick be broken. How the hell did they break their stick?
I don't know. But I'm like, if that's an Islander stick being broken, I better guarantee it's a slash.
True that. Oh, goodness gracious here.
4-2 Florida. 11:58 to go in the third.
Grumpy. I hear the 4. I'm like thinking Islanders. Damn. Oh, man.
Sorokin with the save, man. They came in on a 4-on-2.
Yeah, they do have a 4-on-2. My God, yeah.
Oh.
Nice blocker save by Sorokin. Ignatius behind there, the net. Come on.
I'll tell you what, though. It's not good that Aho is playing with Pulak. I realize why they're doing it, but
You're right.
It's not good for us that Aho and Bolduc are playing minutes
Together like that. It's not going to be good.
Pulak was playing with Bolduc, but still. I like the fact that Dobson, nice pass once again.
He's playing with Pellick.
Playing with Pellick. Love it. Should have done it all year.
Can only imagine what the result would have been for that.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh!
What, Grump?
Ooh, that's a hook. We got away with hook. Absolutely did.
Oh, my God. Nice cross check. Oh, I didn't think it was a hook. I just thought it was a cross check. A little bit of a check by Jean-Gabriel Pageau.
Okay. Well, nothing was called. No harm, no foul, as they say.
Yeah. I'll tell you this. It's off to a slow start. It's off to a very, very controlled and measured start to overtime.
Yep, without a doubt. I mean, you're not going to see the fourth line get a whole lot of ice time in this game. I can't see it.
I'd agree.
Every once in a while, they're not. I can't see them rolling lines.
They shouldn't roll lines either.
No. Man, I just wish Barzal was 100%. Oh!
What happened, Grumpy? I assume that's good or bad?
Nothing happened.
God damn it, Grumpy! Grump! You said that's not going to happen again. Jordan Stahl scores a fucking game in overtime against us, just like he did against Robin Leonard. Of course, you had to throw. Was that?
It was Fost who scored.
Oh, Fost.
This little fat kid waving his flag.
Did he just spit his gum on the ice there?
I have no idea. The fat kid?
No. I'm talking about.
That's a tough loss. That's a tough.
Phil just said fucking Sorokin. Awful. What an awful goal.
Oh, stop.
You know what? It makes me want to. Phil's facts. I'm going to. Phil,
what's his name is complain. Maybe there's going to be. Maybe it's going to be
challenge?
overturned.
A challenge? What are they playing about?
No, I don't think so. Oh, maybe. Looks like maybe. I don't know. Lane is pissed.
Saying a high stick caught Mayfield in the face.
Yeah, maybe so. I mean, hey, he was grabbing.
He
his
wanted
face.
a penalty call for a while ago. Mayfield
those shots are so tough to stop. The ones that go, you're coming across, and the ones that go backside on you. That's a good.
How the hell do you want him to stop that?
It's tough. He's got to come across and get the short side. You never want to get beat. Short side there. I want to see what Lane's talking about. I mean,
I don't know.
Mayfield was grabbing his face. Son of a gun.
It was a high stick. He got poked. I don't know if that was the butt of the stick. I'm watching again on my phone. It looked like he did catch.
I can't blame him. I mean, he's got to come. He's all the way on the other side. He's got to get across that. Jeez, I'm ripping this thing off again.
Holy shit, Grumpy.
Son of man, that's bad news.
Fuck.
Well, okay. You want to take a positive away from today?
Yeah, let's
scored 3 goals on him.
That is true. Hey, if Ronta's in net, we can't score goals. Throw the puck on that, we can score against Ronta.
Yeah, scored 3 goals.
Oh, fuck. Christ almighty.
Well, not the way I wanted to end the show, that's for certain.
I thought
we were going to win. I really thought we were going to win.
Sorokin's fault, says Michael T.
No!
We haven't seen you in a while.
Stop! Okay.
2 awful goals by Sorokin. I don't know how he gets any of the blame. Come on.
Okay, I'm going to tell you what.
High stick in the face, no call.
I'm going
Should've
to
been
tell you
called.
something. I want to tell you something. Well, see, I didn't see that. So I can rewind it. I don't know where it was that they didn't call it. I mean, I can rewind it and take a look here.
Might be the worst officiating I've ever seen. Here it goes. Now Islander fans are going to complain
It's
about
not
the
why you
officiating
lost.
too.
Lane was pissed. I want to see where Mayfield is when he gets high sticked.
He's in his own zone, and it takes a while. I mean, like he was trying to get off the ice. He was kind of a little bit like dazed and confused after he got hit in the face. So, well, I'll try to pull it up. Let me try to find a way. See if somebody's already clipped it. Fuck.
Okay, he got walked around. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, it looks like he got hit in the face accidentally it wasn't deliberate, but hey, you know what? You got to be responsible. Man, I was okay, but the puck came out of the zone and then went back in again. So it didn't lead directly to it, but it probably should have been a penalty call.
He was out of his position too after he got smacked.
You have to be responsible for your stick. And here's the thing: with all the high sticking they called today with those penalties, probably should have called that. The other guy, his back was
absolutely should have called that call.
His stick was coming up, and that's what clipped him. It didn't lead to the goal, but still, oh yeah, there's Lane. He spit the gum. But I mean, that's a game.
I think inadvertently that led to the goal for certain. It did. But I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to.
That's a tough loss. That's a tough loss because you come back from 2-0 down, right? Come back, take the lead 3-2, lose that game. Man, that's a heartbreaker. That's a heartbreaker. I expect a big performance come Friday night, though. If we don't win Friday, we get swept.
I think we win on Friday.
Yeah, they're showing it.
I've got it. I've got it pulled, Grumpy.
Well,
I'll get
he's looking right at it. The referee's looking right at it. Now, I think Mayfield was holding his stick initially, but still, I mean, you got to be in control of your stick. I'm sorry. That's the freaking rule, right? And
I'll show you the freeze frame here. He definitely hits him with look at the fucking stick here. Again, here's the thing. I'm not going to do this.
Not why we
lost. Not the type of show we are. That's correct. And this is not the type of show we are. Here's Grumpy. Here's the freeze frame of the stick in Mayfield's face.
You have to be in control of your stick. The referee was looking right at it.
I don't know how.
And he looked at it.
This is that.
He looked over. I don't know if there was another official on that other side. He looked over and he looked back and he didn't call anything. That's not. I mean, the puck went in and out of the zone twice.
It's not. I don't think that's the correct reason. It should have been. You
should be on a power play.
It's like saying, okay, if a team throws an interception, but it's not called and the other team drives all the way down, you had a lot of other chances to stop that touchdown, but it still should have been an interception or a pass interference flag that should have stopped the drive. Ugh. My God. I'll let you watch this here, Grumpy, and I'll try to lower the volume so it's not too loud. But yeah, because Mayfield obviously is discombobulated after getting
taken away by Faust.
He's on the ground here.
You got to take the banner down.
You give me a sec. I'll put it back from the beginning too.
Yeah. I mean, absolutely. You have to be in control of your stick at all times. I wish you could get a little bit further back.
Yeah, they're not there. I'm going to try to pull another one here. Let me try to get that, but I'll let you watch this one just on loop, Grumpy. I'll turn the volume off, but I'll try to see if I can get one of the high stick that occurred. Are you able to see that? Or are you not watching?
I have it on a bigger screen right in front of me here.
Okay, I'm showing this. Okay, so what's your thoughts, Grumpy?
Like I said, he's got to be in control of his stick for certain. Because he comes out right here. Let's see what happens.
I'm showing it right now on the screen.
Oh, I went way too far.
Jesus Christ, Grumpy. Don't try to do it that way. I'm showing you how to look at it. Just look on the screen, please. I'm giving you
yours doesn't show what happened before then.
It's a high stick that happens where he's got the stick in his face. And this is more what I mean, right? Look at him. He's over there kind of trying to find his bearings about him. He's lost at the moment. The puck goes out of the zone, certainly, whatever. But he's kind of all over the place because he got high sticked. I don't know. Should have been a called penalty. We're not going to dwell on it too much. It should have been called though.
Well, Mayfield grabbed his stick, and then when he yanked it back, that's what clipped him. That's because I knew I saw it here. Mayfield grabbed his stick, it was coming out. He yanked it, it clipped him. Still a penalty because you're not allowed. You have to be in control of your stick at all time. That's the freaking rule. Okay, that's a freaking rule.
Holy shit! Oh my god! Now here's the thing. People are like, this is one of these where I'm not going to blame Sorokin. Sorry, I'm just not going to do it. And I'm a big Sorokin homer. We have made that known multiple times.
You know what reminds me of? When I went to the Super Bowl 38. Patriots were playing the Carolina Hurricanes. I was Carolina Panthers. I was working for the Panthers at the time. Great game, by the way. John Casey, the Panthers had tied it up 29-29 with like 40 seconds to go. And John Casey, who won so many games for the Panthers over the years, best kicker they've ever had, kicks the ball out of bounds on the kickoff. And indirectly, Brady, couple of plays, bang, bang, boom. They kick the field goal, they win. And so many people are ripping John Casey. I'm like, I'm not ripping John Casey because he makes one mistake for how great he's been for this franchise. It happens. It happens. And to me, I don't know what you want him to do there. That puck came from all the way on the other side of the ice, cross ice. He's just flashing across.
Who should be getting blame is the poor defensive positioning that allows a cross ice pass, a freaking across the dots, pretty much. I mean, it's almost from face-off dot to face-off dot, an unimpeded pass.
Maybe Mayfield should have just laid on the ice.
Barzal it went past Barzal and Lee. I mean, like,
that's a tough loss.
It's a tough loss because of the situation the Islanders are currently in. They fought back. They climbed back, scoring 3 in it. Now, I will tell you this, right? Because we'll obviously, right, going down 2-0 in the series, less than ideal. Not a good position for the Islanders to be in. Favor is that Carolina wins the series. But let's talk about a few positives before we end the show. Now, I will say this. The Islanders are not a team that rolls over and dies.
Nope.
They're not. So I'm not expecting to see the New York Islanders on Friday during the game to be like a dead corpse out there walking.
I want to read the Wynn's last comment. It says, this isn't the type of show we are, and proceeds to be that type of show, LOL. Horseshit, dude. You got your head up your ass. All I said was that didn't lead to the goal, but you need to be in control of your stick. That's all I said. Yeah, we certainly didn't say that's the reason we lost the game. It's not. It's absolutely not. The Carolina Hurricanes are a better team than the New York Islanders. That's why we got beat.
I don't care. I don't care.
I like to adjust that.
I don't care about any one particular person who's chirping in from another team. It doesn't bother me. It's what it is. But I do want to mention this though, Grump. The Islanders are not a team that rolls over and quits. For those fans out there, they're not. The series has always been, I think, favored for the Carolina Hurricanes, Grump. When you say they're a team that they're a matchup nightmare for us. There's a reason why Carolina has won 14 out of the last 16 times they've played us. There's a reason for that. It's not like, that was the poor goaltending from Sorokin tonight. The team is a matchup nightmare for us. Even with injuries that Carolina has, it is an uphill battle. It's still one I think we can battle back from. How do we respond in Game 3 on Friday? How do we come out? How do we play?
Have to score the first goal. The crowd has to be really into it. Like I said, I felt if the Islanders were going to have any chance to win the series, they had to win tonight, and they didn't. Yeah. There's no way they beat Carolina 4 out of 5. No way. Zero chance. Do we win a game? Maybe. Can we get swept? Maybe. Carolina's better than we are. They own us. How long have I been saying that? How many years have I been saying that the Canes own us? That's why everybody say, I want to play, I'd rather play the Canes as opposed to Boston or whatever. I said, it doesn't matter who we play. They're both better than we are. Sure. And the Canes are a matchup nightmare for us. I'm going to tell you again, if they had Svechnikov and Pacioretty, this wouldn't even be a series.
Sure.
It would not even be a series. Right now, it's not even a series, right? I mean, it is what it is.
I'd say both games have been 1-goal games. And I'll tell you this much, because I know I thought we looked really good at the first half of the third period until we went up a goal, and obviously Carolina turned it on.
Yep.
And
They dominated the rest of the game.
Sure.
They dominated the rest of the game.
Sure.
We got tentative. To me, you got to go after it in overtime. It looked like for the first couple, maybe minute and a half, we were a little bit aggressive when we started laying back. Start laying back against Carolina Hurricanes, you're going to get beat.
Now, people are saying as well, we need to look at the miserable back check by Anders Lee.
That's not what he does.
Look at this real quick.
He doesn't play defense. He never comes.
Well, this is his guy.
Yeah, it's his guy. That's right.
So, I mean, like, again, like, it's not all on one player, right? Anders Lee probably could have back checked more.
He doesn't play any defense. Harder. He does not play any defense.
He should have back checked harder. Could Matty B maybe have broken up the pass initially off the stick of the against the the Carolina forwards? Sure. Maybe could have Sorokin have been a little bit farther out of his net to maybe get a better angle at it.
Okay.
Sure.
At least Barzell's trying.
Yes.
He makes the pass. He clears the puck there. Then now what do you expect him to do? It's not Matty B's fault. He's coming back. He's coming back because he made the pass to get out. He's trying to get up to join the offense, and he's coming back. And you know what? It just happens. It just happens.
Yep.
And hey, great shot by Fast, right? Great shot by him. You catch his Sorokin going side to side. He's got to get that post. You don't want to get beat short side. It goes across on the backside. Those are really. That's how. Who scored the goal against Carolina in the last regular season game? Same thing. When Freddie Anderson was in net, he's going to the one post that goes back him on the other side.
Crossbody shot like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's just it happens.
It does. Now I will say this much: in the future, I'd love to see if Scott Mayfield is high stick like that. Lay on the ground, don't get up. Lay on the ground. Don't be a hero. Lay on the ground. They'll stop play, and then maybe you'll get the retroactive penalty call too.
I mean,
lay on the ground about high stick.
They were able to clear the zone. The refs absolutely would have stopped the clock.
That's what I was saying. Stop the play. Lay on the ground. Lay on the ice. Don't get up. It's like I once did that dumb shit in football. I got injured on a play and tried to rush off at the last second. The coach said, "You dumb son of a bitch. Lay on the ground. We can get a little timeout, an injury timeout, and you'll be fine." I'm like, you know what? That would have been smarter to do. So it's one of those things that you live and you learn from. Mayfield too. You don't blame any one player for this. I don't think it's just a good all around play by Carolina.
Sal P has a comment.
Sure, Grumpy.
We just don't have enough elite level talent to compete. Some people are fooled into thinking we are better than we are because the games are close. But most of the time we're pinned in our half of the rink, chasing them around. Absolutely. How long have I been saying that? How long have I been saying, here's the thing. The end of the season is going to be here soon enough, and we'll get into it all off season. But it's a failure of the general manager to realize that team's not good enough. Washington made that understanding. They knew it. We weren't good enough this year. Going to move pieces, reload for the future. Our GM doesn't do it. So when we're no longer competitive, we're not going to be competitive for a long time. A long time.
Yeah. Yeah, Michael T, we're not going to, and I'll bring it up too. There's no fan. And if you are, you forgot who got you there. I think Grumpy's example on John Casey was great, except Sorokin is so much more than what John Casey was. Grumpy, it'd be like if Tom Brady had a bad game, blaming him in the postseason. Oh, well, like Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning was not clutch in the postseason.
Nope.
Sorokin's been great, but it's like saying if Peyton Manning lost in a head-to-head matchup against Brady in the postseason when he played for the Colts and he played against the Patriots, blaming Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning was the only reason that team was where they were. Sorokin is the only reason this team is where he is.
Yes.
The goal slammed in off the back of his head. You're not going to ever catch.
How is that his fault? How is that his goal? Or the other one that gets knocked down, it hits a crevice in the ice and goes in.
Yeah.
Boston's going to lose today. They're down 5-2 with 4 minutes to go. Hey. They better get Bergeron back in there. He's on my little fantasy thing there. Got to get more points there.
Oh, man. Dan L just said, watching NHL Network, the commentator said Sorokin is too aggressive on that push across. Now he said the Islanders need to save another 2 from Sorokin tonight. Need another save or 2 from Sorokin tonight. Sorokin has bailed us out so many times. I can't get down on him. Yeah, exactly.
Sorokin's not the reason they lost the game today.
Nope.
The fact we can't get out of our end is the reason why we lost the game today.
Think about how poor Ronta played. Why the hell did we not? Why Why was our team not able to generate more shots and opportunities on that?
Not good enough.
A shooken up goalie. That's the nicest way you can put it. A goalie who was playing shaken up against Toronto.
Yep.
Got to do more. Got to do more. Got to do more across the board. You're not going to hear any complaints from us on Sorokin. Not going to hear complaints about us. I thought we played well tonight in the third period.
Yep.
Got to build off of that. Got to score early at home. Got to win game 3. Game 3 is an absolute must win. Can't lose.
Win. Have to win the next 2.
Got to win the next 2 at home.
For me, I mean, how many years have how many years have I been saying we don't match up with Carolina? They own us.
Sure.
I was stunned when we beat Carolina earlier. Stunned. Not good enough. Oh, well. Hey, Friday's another night. Yeah.
How do you think Islander fans will show up Friday?
They're going to be ready. It's going to be a big day. If they lose Friday, Sunday will be a little bit different. But the fans are going to come out full throat on Friday, without doubt.
Fans are still going to have the mindset of we've been screwed by the officials 2 games in a row. We should be winning this series.
Not really.
I'm just telling you that's the fan perspective. I feel like that's what we're going to see on Twitter. That's what I feel like. I mean, wrong.
Not really.
Drunk. So Michael L says drunk. That's the type of that's the type of fans that are going to show up. Anyway, man, Grumpy, we're here at the end today. I hate to end it on a somber note. Went to overtime, and yeah, I'd like to have a better result for the Islanders. We unfortunately lost today's game. Game 3 is going to be headed back to Long Island. We're going to be facing off against the Carolina Hurricanes this Friday, guys. Big game. Grumpy, what do you want to say before we wrap things up today?
I want to say love and laughter to everyone who listens and even those who don't, from TJ and the Grumpy Old Man.
Thank you so much, everybody, for listening to the show.
Hit the like button.
That's true. Hit
the subscribe button.
If you're new to the channel, that's right. Hit the subscribe button. This is for everybody who is new to the channel, just came along there because they're watching the game. This is a twice a week All Islanders podcast that takes place every Wednesday and Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Today, we went on early. Today, we went on early to make sure we can cover the game. Want to make sure we can do a live, a live coverage of the game. Why not? It's twice a week Islanders podcast. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube, like on Facebook, and follow on Twitter. Also, leave a thumbs up. Apparently, it helps the algorithm, helps get mine and the Grumpy Old Man's word out to the masses. So thank you so much, everybody, for watching the show here today. We'll be live with you guys this next Saturday, and hopefully we'll be in we've won game 5, right? Hopefully that's the type of demeanor we'll be in on Saturday's show. We've won game 5, we've won Friday's game 3, and we're clawing our way back into the series. But thank you so much, everybody, for tuning into the show. We'll be here live on Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you so much, Grumpy, as always.
My pleasure.